Group number one, good to see you again, or good to see you for the first time. I am Lola, and today we are talking about your love life, past, present, and future. And group number one, the cards for you came out flying, okay, flying. I like to shuffle on camera. I know it's different for every reader and it's also different for the viewers. Some people like it, some people don't, but I like to shuffle on camera and we will. But here's the thing, I shuffled the tarot cards. And while I did so, I already started talking to your spirit guides, to your higher self, to the angels, and to God, to everyone. I don't always do this. Oftentimes I just say, dear spirit guides, but this time I did. And I told them what we are about to do today. And I don't think I have to tell them because actually it took me a few days to figure out how to do this love reading. I knew it would have to be a love reading, but I didn't know what exactly. And just today, I came up with the idea, or the idea was put in my head, to do a past, present, and future. And now I can tell why, simply because of you, group number one. I started shuffling the cards, as I said, while talking to spirit, while praying for you to receive the message that you need. The cards came out flying, as I said. So, for your past life, really, the cards fell on the ground. For your, not for your past life, sorry, for the past love messages, for how love was in your life in the past. Okay, now better phrasing. The card fell on the ground. When it comes to the present, the card flipped immediately. Now, here's the interesting part, group number one. When it comes to your future, it took me a while, and I already decided to just start recording and tell you that I cannot get a future message yet. And then the message came out. So, that also within itself is a message. The fact that it took a moment for the card to come out. So, let's go card by card. So first, the past. You got, now it's falling again. No, you got the strength. Wait, okay, the strength and the tower. So interesting and already so telling. The strength card and the tower card. We will talk about it in a moment, but I want to show you all the cards first. For your present, we have the Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Swords. And then for your future, we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, wait, let me get closer. The Seven of Wands. So before we do a deep dive into these three, how should I say, timelines, maybe, these three times. Let's do a brief overview so you get an idea of what this actually means, and you can also see if these things resonate with you. So first, your past, the strength card and the tower card. I mean, it's actually so telling. It's so obvious already. The strength card, okay, you had to be strong, sure. But look at the tower card, okay? Especially from this card deck. It's not the same in every tarot card deck, but here you can literally see a tower and people jumping or flying out of the tower. You can also see, oh, sorry, I hope I didn't scratch the microphone. Okay, you can also see this thunderbolt, or however I should call it. And there's also a crown that's on top of the tower that's falling off, meaning something changed in your life significantly. The tower is no joke. Okay, it is no joke. I had my fair share of tower moments in my life, especially one that truly changed my life forever. Okay, something happened in the past regarding your love life where you really had to be strong. And I actually see two things here because there's a reason why it is so serious. I think the relationship that you had, we will clarify with oracle cards, okay? We will see. But I think the relationship that you had in the past, if you had a relationship, this is still open because I don't know at this moment if we're actually talking about a person you had been with or simply your love life situation, which could also mean that you were single. Okay, it could also mean that. But whatever was going on in the past gave you both strength and it also forced you to become strong. Okay, so it could be, and this is different for people, okay, not just one person is watching group number one, even though I still have a tiny, tiny channel, but it's not just one person. By the way, if you want to show some love, why don't you leave a comment? It costs you nothing. Okay, please do so. Thank you. Okay, so it depends on what your past life was, but we will see if I can clarify with the oracle cards or not. You have to take what resonates with you. Maybe we are talking about a past relationship that both gave you strength and forced you to become strong, because ultimately it was not exactly what it was supposed to be. Or the fact that you have been single until maybe now, um, and also forced you to become strong, because people like to say things like, oh, you have to be happy on your own and a relationship is just dessert when it comes to your life. Yeah, you have to be happy on your own. It's nobody else's responsibility. But here's the thing, don't pretend that love isn't important. Okay, these beautiful quotes that get so many likes and whatnot on Instagram that you can just post like that, or Facebook if you're still on Facebook, these things, okay, okay, fine, let's not pretend that love isn't important. Let's not pretend that it's a completely different relationship to have someone you truly trust and you are romantically involved with, compared to, I don't know, your best friend from high school. Okay, it's simply not the same. It simply isn't, and I don't like it when people pretend things. So it of course makes sense that you had to be strong coming from a lifetime of being single. Okay, this is just talking about your past so far. Now I want to talk about the present. We have the Six of Swords here, and I did a reading, and honestly, at the moment, I don't know which one it was, but in one of the three groups, I had the Six of Swords. So if you watch that reading, if you listen to that reading, then I think those messages are connected. And I usually don't have that feeling, because I mean, come on, we can have so many cards showing up in readings multiple times. It doesn't always mean that groups are connected. But this time I truly feel that they are connected. So if you remember, great, because at the moment I don't remember, but well, it was a reading for you. So I hope that you remember. If not, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Group number one. So the Six of Swords show a person. Let's do it this way because of the lighting. The Six of Swords show a person who is leaving for good. But it's also, can you see this person down here? They are facing the other way. So they are not facing us while looking at the card. And there are also swords. Swords are weapons. Okay, let's not forget about that. These are weapons. So it's like you have to protect yourself, but you also know you have to leave. Why do I say but also? Because it is a way of protecting ourselves by staying in our comfort zone. Okay, even if that comfort zone is actually maybe violent, abusive, or simply not good for us. Okay, or simply not good enough. It doesn't always have to be like the most extreme thing. It can also just be it's not good enough, and you know that it's not good enough, so you're leaving, you're moving on, and it is making you nervous because you are entering the unknown. Okay, it's like you're leaving the past behind, and now you're like, okay, I give this thing a shot when it comes to love. And I'm not saying that you're doing this at the moment right now and you're listening to this reading while you're putting on your makeup and you're going to, I don't know, a speed dating event or something like that. Maybe you do. Hey, tell me about this in the comments. I'm interested. um it doesn't have to be that straightforward though. The Six of Swords talk about a situation that is quite serious. So you're truly leaving a chapter of your life behind. Maybe you're also saying, yes, I'm not giving up on love, but at the moment, like now, it's not the right thing for me to do. Once again, this is just the beginning of your reading. We're doing a deep dive. Okay, more tarot cards and more oracle cards are coming. So we will talk about this more in a moment. And now, when it comes to your future, this is so interesting to me. You know why? We have the Seven of Wands. And if you look at the face of this person, they look pretty angry. And at first glance, you could say, oh, great. Okay, now I'm coming from whatever happened in the past, and right now I'm anxious about the future, and this is my future. Like, what the hell? I'm leaving this reading. Goodbye, Lola. No, stay, because I have something interesting to say about this. The moment I looked at this card, I was thinking of something, and then I thought, I don't want to say anything wrong, so I looked into the book. And I hardly ever do because I have been reading tarot cards for years now. I don't have to check the messages. Every now and then I get this feeling of, what if I say something wrong? And then I check the message and it always confirms what I was thinking anyway. So I didn't even have to confirm. Here's what I think will happen or feel, or what the tarot card says. In your future, you are going to have a wonderful relationship. But what does it have to do with this card? Why does this person look angry? Something happened in your past that makes you be extra aware, and that is good. Okay, it's not a negative thing as long as you don't overdo it and ruin your relationship with that. But you have to be aware of your surroundings, of people in your vicinity, people around you, or people who might come back, maybe, who want to ruin the good thing that you have. Okay. And this is something I thought of immediately when I looked at this card. And it also gives us the story for what might have happened in the past, why you had to be so strong, and why you had a tower moment. There might have been some involvement coming from other people. Not you, not your romantic interest, partner, whoever it may have been, maybe even husband, or no one if you are single, or if you were single. But there was some kind of something going on with other people, and now you're like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Now that I have this wonderful relationship, I'm not allowing anyone to disturb even the tiniest thing about my relationship. Good, group number one. Be protective. It is the right thing to do. And now we will do a deep dive into these three parts of your love life. Okay, so first, the past, the Tower and the Strength card. Dear Spirit Guides, let me see. I have a bunch of new Oracle cards, a bunch of new cards, and I want to know. I have a card deck, and I find it so funny because it's called What's the Tea? I mean, can it be any more obvious? So, what's the tea? I want to know, dear spirit guides, what has happened in the past of group number one that caused the tower moment and made them be strong? Photo proof, getting evidence. Seems like somebody was involved into something. Okay. We have the card of unbothered. Why is it upside down? I don't know. I'm not reading reversals. Oh no, it's upside down because it was printed this way. Okay, because of the picture. Okay. All right. You know what? I have to shuffle in batches. It's too much, and I don't want to be super slow and extra curious just because there are too many cards. Dear Spirit Guides, what happened in the past of group number one's love life? What caused the tower moment? Okay, that's what I was thinking. What caused the tower moment and made them become strong? I will show you the card again in a moment because there's actually a woman with, what is it called? Boxing gloves. Doesn't have to be literally like that, okay? Group number one. Anything else, dear spirit guides? Once again, while shuffling, I got this feeling of, hey, this could still be about a person who was single. So once again, I don't have the confirmation, or maybe spirit is trying to tell me that difficult people, no, sorry, different people are watching this reading. Someone who comes from a relationship and someone who doesn't. Okay, so that was the first half. Now the second half. What's the T, dear spirit? What happened in group number one's past regarding their love life? Okay. Oh, this is so okay. A message is coming together. It for sure has to do with a girl. If you, okay, yeah, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. If you are a man watching this, it can still be a girl who tried to ruin whatever was going on in your love life. Or it can simply, you can simply reverse, yeah, reverse the genders. Is it the correct way to say it? Okay, no other card here. So let me tell you what has been going on. So first, we have photo proof, getting evidence. And I mean, the image of the card is whatever the image is, but immediately I felt drawn to the fact that there's a woman. They could have also printed this with a man on it, but I don't know. Sometimes you just feel drawn to certain things on a card. And then we also have another woman, unbothered. Okay, I think somebody messed with your relationship, a side piece, a mistress, a whatever, who simply didn't care about the fact that they hurt your feelings by taking away something good from you. Maybe it wasn't that good though. If they were able to take it away, we will see. Okay. So this card says arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. And it's the girl fight card. Okay. And then the next one was no facts, never has the facts, makes shit up, lies. No, I cannot say that on YouTube. Now I said it. So what? Okay. Yeah. It feels so high schoolish to me. Maybe it was that time of your life, or you are still in high school, maybe, but it really feels like a high school movie. It really does, where the cool girl, she actually is the cool girl. Like, she doesn't have to do this. It's not necessary for her to do this. Also, the unbothered card, she doesn't have to do this. She has it all. Someone who, from an outside perspective, can you see this? Has it all. And you're like, what the hell? I have this guy and things are really good for me right now, and you're trying to take it away from me. And it seems like this is really a person who just does it for the sake of doing it, not because they are truly in love with that person, which would still not be right. But after years pass, you can say, okay, I let go of this. These two people are actually in love. Okay, fine. At the moment, it's totally all right to be mad about it. Group number one, I'm on your side. Don't worry about this. But to me, it feels like this person is only doing this for the sake of doing it because they can. Now, we also have the card of creativity. Okay, and this is also significant because it says steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. This is something that a lot of people think, oh no, it cannot be. It cannot be, impossible. It cannot be. Why would the cool girl, the popular girl, copy someone who's not considered the cool girl? Okay, where other people would be like, yeah, come on. If anything, then you are trying to copy that person, not the other way around. But this happens so often. It happens so often. Oftentimes, if you it's not always like that. Yeah, I'm really talking about the classic USA. If you are from America, maybe this resonates. Because I'm not, I'm from Europe. We still have similar things going on, but it's not always like they show in these American high school movies. What I want to say. It feels it's like sometimes when you how should I say, when you look under the surface of a person, there's more surface. And I know it's not always like that. People are oftentimes also popular in school simply because they are a good person, they are a cool person, as in people like their personality, not because they think they have to be friends with them in order to also be popular, but because they are actually a cool guy, a cool girl, okay? Not in a bullying type of way. I think you know what I mean, group number one, okay? But so often when you scratch the surface, you will see there's just more surface. And they know this. Internally, they know. So they have to they have to get their personality from another place. Okay? And they came to you for this. They stole from you. This could also be a work thing, of course. I mean, if you're hearing me saying high school multiple times, don't think that I'm reading the wrong energy or something like that. It's just an example. I'm just saying it feels high school-ish. Could also be a workplace situation where a colleague is so sneaky. And it's that thing where you say something funny, hilarious, nobody laughs. And then they say the same thing and suddenly people laugh and you're like, what the excuse me? Makes me mad. And then we also have the happiness hater. And as I said, it feels like this person is only doing this for the sake of doing this. It's like they just don't want to let you be happy. Okay. As of right now, I did not receive a single message or a single feeling where I can say that if we're talking about if you are if you have been with someone, I don't get the feeling at all of this person actually stealing your person. Okay, it could just be that they try to mess with your relationship some way, somehow, or try to mess with you some way, somehow. Okay, I don't receive a single message of someone actually being able to take away that person, but well, we're just getting started. Okay, let's just look at the next one. We have the card of heart's hidden secrets. The heart's hidden secrets. Now, okay, I want to ask two things, Spirit. First, can we get a message for group number 1? What was their heart's hidden secret in the past? What was their heart's hidden secret in the past? Oh, I still have the second half. I have the taste of salad dressing in my mouth. I did not eat salad today. This is some channeling. You may be eating salad right now, so it's just confirmation. But I don't know. For some reason, I have the taste of salad dressing in my mouth. Okay, what was their heart's hidden secret, dear spirit, in the past? Hmm. Oh, oh my God. Okay, influences. I'm telling you, somebody influenced whatever was going on for you. Attachments, third parties, peers. Okay, a third party situation. There was another person. Well, that's not your heart's hidden secret, though. Maybe it just doesn't work like that to ask this question with this Oracle card deck. Okay, but this is what, um, or maybe you knew. I think that's what it is. Secretly, you knew the whole time that your person was with another person. Okay, now, dear spirit, I want a card on that third party. What was their heart's hidden secret? Like, let's spy on them a little bit. I want to know. Mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul. They are a lost soul for sure. I don't want you to feel bad. I mean, you can, okay? Let's not be so harsh. You can feel bad for the person, of course. But look at this lost soul. This person is a lost soul, and I can truly feel it because what they did was so heartless. It was simply not okay. And now they know that it was a mistake. Now they know. Maybe because we also have the word victim. They tried to play the victim, but they weren't. I don't feel that drawn to that word, though. I do a little bit more than I do to the misunderstood word. The mostly to lost soul. This person is a lost soul, so don't think about it too much. Group number 1, and I know, of course, that's difficult. Like, thank you, Lola. Yeah, thanks for the information. But now so much time has passed. You already made the decision to move on. I think we should also move on. I thought we would maybe talk more about the pet. Maybe we will. Wait a second. Let's ask one final thing. If another person, if you had a romantic interest, if we are talking about you being in a relationship, what was going on with the other person? Okay, I want to know that. Emotionally, well, I have to split them again. Emotionally, what were their thoughts and feelings? Maybe your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife, I don't know, dating person. Queen bee, secure, confident, boss bitch, career focused. Okay. They for sure thought they can have it all. What else? What was group number one's person like? What were their thoughts and feelings in the past? Rejected. Okay. Yeah, they rejected you. Now the messages are coming in. In the beginning, they were not coming in for this person. Sometimes there's an overflow of emotion. Yeah, maybe also emotion with information hitting me, but here it's really step by step, and maybe that's how it was. Maybe you didn't suddenly, all of a sudden, receive one message that changed you forever with a bunch of evidence. You know how it sometimes happens, someone DMing you on Instagram and they sent you receipt after receipt after receipt. Here it feels more like a little bit happened here and then a little bit there, and after a while the next thing, after a while the next thing. And in the beginning you were like, oh, I will not read too much into this. I'm trying to be the cool girl. You know, what do I mean by cool girl now? I've said it too many times now. I have to I have to write definitions every time I use the word cool so I can tell you what I mean. This time, do you know what I mean? I mean the gone girl, kind of cool girl. You know exactly what I mean. If you don't know group number one, only type in YouTube. Just type that in. You will receive what you want to know immediately. Just type in Gone Girl, Cool Girl. Okay. You will see a clip of that movie. It is not okay, it is spoiling the movie a little bit, but it's the most important message of the movie. Okay, after that you can decide if you want to see how the entire story unfolds. But that message is so important, it is so profound. It makes me think of the Barbie movie, He's Just Ken. Okay, you are Barbie, he is just Ken. Okay, and that other girl who objectively, from an outside perspective, was seen as that Barbie, she wasn't all that, but you were all that. You were. Dear spirit guides, any other message regarding this past life Ken? Calling him Ken now. Oh, okay. Um, I'm not showing you this card for a reason, not because I don't want to give you the message. I am giving you the message, but uh, I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube. That's the thing. They thought of themselves, because I got the masculine card and the thug card. Yeah, they really thought they felt very confident. Oh, didn't we just have confident? Yes, we just had confident. They felt very confident to the point of where when you confronted them with this third party situation, they were like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? Oh man, just thinking about this really hurts. Honestly, I'm sorry, group number one, that this happened to you. Okay, I want to move on now. We are moving on now because you also moved on. So we also want to move on. We will move on to your present. The Six of Swords. You are leaving that place. You're going to another place. If it's not actually location wise, if you're not actually moving, it's simply your mindset. You are leaving that chapter behind, you are starting a new chapter. And here's the thing with the Six of Swords, this is an in between moment. Okay, it's like the car ride, this is like the train ride, this is like you being on a plane, okay? I mean, because they're sitting on a boat. Maybe you are taking a cruise ship to your new destination. As I said, it could be literally, it could be metaphorically. So, but what I'm trying to say is this is you going from one place to the next place. So you are in that transition phase. Honestly, unlike popular belief, I actually like transition phases. I know a lot of people don't. I like them because there's so much growth and healing, and growth and healing spiritually can actually be very tough. But the tough days are over. I think you have to know this. I think someone has to tell you this, group number one. Maybe this is why you are here, because it immediately sparked something in my mind when I said the tough days are over. And this is where the anxiety comes from. The unknown. Where am I going now? What if things get even worse? What if I have to repeat that cycle? You don't have to repeat that cycle. You know why I can tell you this for sure? Because you're leaving. If you're staying, either location wise or mindset wise, it means you didn't learn. This was a lesson. And I know it hurts, but this is what the universe is like. Okay, this is why you were able to gather so much strength to become so strong, group number one. Okay, so you are not doomed to repeat the cycle. You aren't. And I think this is the most important thing I can tell you about your present. I will check out the cards, don't worry. I know we all want to visualize stuff, and it's not enough when the reader just tells you. But it is important for me to tell you because that is a message you're supposed to receive. Don't worry. I'm not saying it will be easy, but you are not going to repeat what happened in the past. Most of all, it's not going to be worse. Okay? It can only be good from here and better. I purposefully didn't use the word better first, but I'm saying good. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I feel very drawn to cards that I actually thought I wouldn't use today, but we will. And it's these heart-shaped love oracle cards. And I feel very drawn to this one. You know what? I'm without shuffling or anything, I'm going to read you what this card says, but then I will shuffle and see if another one comes out. Okay, I can show you the text if you want to read it, but I will read it for you if it's too tiny. So it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. This is so important. I'm so happy about this message. I'm so happy. Let me read it again. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. The second sentence is what makes me so happy. Every choice you make, you moving on, you leaving this behind is one of the biggest choices you could have made, group number one. And this is going to expand your love life and your life so much. It can only become better from this point on. I'm not saying it will be better starting from tomorrow, but it will be better for sure. Any other life messages I can give group number one from this card deck? Dear spirit guides. These cards are a bit difficult to shuffle. I mean, they look nice, but they are difficult to shuffle. Okay, wait, I feel drawn to this. Oh, oh, I can already see the message. It says trust. See, I'm telling you, I knew it. The moment we started with your present card, I knew that you are here, group number one, to hear from your spirit guides talking through me that you will be fine. Trust. It says transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Didn't I say you are in a transition phase? AKA transformation phase? I said it. Yeah, great. I read it again. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. You accept it and you said, oh no, thanks. I'm done with this BS. I'm moving on. I have better things to do in my life than to be involved with these two suckers. Okay, so now I want to talk about, sorry, I have to speak into my microphone. Now I want to talk about your future. Let's talk about your future, group number one. As I said before, what this card means is you're going to have something so good that there's absolutely no chance in hell that you're going to allow anyone to disturb this. And then I say in the beginning, I think your cards are going to make sense. We will find out what happened in the past, and that will have that influence in your future. I'm telling you once again, without starting shuffling the cards, it is right to protect what is yours and what's good for you, what makes you happy, what's valuable to you. But don't let it overtake your happiness and your relationship. If you are too protective to the point of um, projecting all of your jealousy on that person, it's going to be difficult. Okay, that will be counterproductive. But we will look at the cards and they will hopefully confirm what I just said. I want to look at the coffee cup oracle cards. Dear spirit guides, what does group number one's future bring them? Their future love life. Their love life in the future. Why do I keep rephrasing? A house, relocation, and home. Yay! Okay. Fantastic. Listen, of course, once again, it can be literally a house, and I hope this will happen for you if you wish so. If not, it means, look, what is a house? Like, why are we so happy about being able to afford a house? Why are we so happy? This is especially for women. I think for men, it's more like building the house, and for women, it's more like creating a home. And you see up there, it says home. Okay, for men, it's the house, for women, it's the home. This is what we do, this is what women do, nesting and stuff, because we want to feel safe in the place where we are. And this can be your vessel, it can be your mind, your body, your relationship, or it can literally be a place, as in a house. Your future is going to bring you so much safety that you're going to feel like home. Okay, the place makes me emotional, sorry, where you are going to be. Oh my gosh, once again, wait a second, group number one. This keeps coming up. It came up again on my mind. Spirit is telling me once again that your past doesn't have to necessarily be about that one person who might have cheated on you with that third person. As the card said, they also say once again that it's very possible that you have been single this whole time, and that you still had those fights, you still had those people who were trying to take things from you and whatnot. Okay, all those fighting things that I talked about, and that people disturbing you, maybe also you feeling or being actually rejected, okay, by people you considered so confident and whatnot, people who tried to play the victim when they actually weren't the victim. All of this can absolutely be possible without you being in a relationship. It doesn't have to be about someone taking away your person. It doesn't have to be like that. And spirit came, brought that information once again, even though we are now talking about your future. I think they want to make clear, because somebody who is still watching, and I know people click away after a few minutes, but if you're still watching, this is important for you to know. Okay, they want you to know that just because the past messages didn't resonate with you, because I was talking so much about a past relationship, it doesn't mean that this whole message is not for you. Okay, it means those things still happened, but it's not about someone taking, literally someone taking another person away from you, but maybe taking things from you, like your confidence, your happiness, your, I don't know, your love for life. Okay, okay, so the spirit guides are not confirming, but they are sending that message once again. But now let's go back to, yeah, now I feel relieved. Huh. I was talking about the home, and then suddenly I felt tense because I had to give you that message. Now I feel relieved. So this was for you to know, group number one, for the singles out here. But in your future, you're going to be so safe in your relationship. It will feel like home, and you will be able to create a home with that person. What other future messages can I give, my dear group number one? The love life, the future love life of group number one, please. We have the key. Of course, we have the key because we also have the house. You need a key to come in. The key says lock and unlock. And I have a, oh, this is interesting. I never saw that before when I had this card in my hand. For me, it's like, okay, I can see a scene. If you're new on this channel, you don't even have to be new because I don't say it in every single reading, but I say it in many readings. Sometimes spirit sends me images just in like one picture, but sometimes it's like scenes, and sometimes it's really like scenes from a TV show. But this time it's not from a TV show or something, but I can see a person. The house has a fireplace, and there's this tiny box, you know, those tiny boxes that actually look very nice, and you can lock and unlock them, and maybe put, I don't know, jewelry or valuable things inside of those boxes. I think they have a name. I don't know the name right now, I'm sorry, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. A box, okay, that you can lock and unlock. And it feels like there's a person. The person is you, group number one. And yeah, I'm closing my eyes so I don't get distracted while I'm talking about that message. If you're looking at the screen and you're wondering why are her eyes closed, the thing is, you are at this moment in your life, you feel so safe and you are so content, as in happy, okay? You open that box, you put something in there, you put that thing back down, you lock it, and you like, and then you leave. And that moment is very significant for you, because for you it's like, this is the last time I think about this. It's done. I'm safe now. Where I'm at right now, I am safe. Wow, group number one. Wonderful. There's one more card deck I need to shuffle for you. Maybe there's even more, I don't know. But I need this one because I'm thinking of it. Here it is. The Lover Oracle. Because I want to ask Spirit if they can give us a message from your future spouse. Okay, your future partner, if you don't want to get married. You can also call your spouse your partner, your future spouse, your future lover, your romantic partner, the person you're going to build this house with. Dear spirit guides, dear God, I feel like saying God. It's not always like that. Please give me a message. What does the group number one's future partner want to tell them? A message from group number one's future partner. I'm sorry. It wasn't the right card anyway. Interesting how a message get disturbed like that, just so I don't give you the wrong message. A message from group number one's future partner. Oh, okay, interesting. It says, I need to figure myself out. They are not ready yet. Okay, so if you were wondering, when is this going to happen? Not yet. When we receive a message like this, it's actually not from spirit. Okay, I was wrong. It comes from their higher self. The higher self of your future spouse is telling you that they are not ready yet, but they will be. And I'm guessing, group number one, that the same goes for you. Okay, and I'm not just guessing, like I'm reading. The same goes for you. Even though you really, really want to be in a relationship right now, And I understand, but there are also other things you want to do. I feel like, come on, group number one, be honest. And be honest, okay? Be honest with me. Say it in the comments if you like, if you want to share. I think there are other things you want to do right now, because this thing of leaving a place like the Six of Swords do, it's not just because of one thing. It's not just because of love. It's not that one thing. There are multiple things that have been taken away from you. And once again, it doesn't always have to be literally like someone taking away your jewelry, something like that. No, like taking away opportunities maybe. And now you're like, I'm creating opportunities for myself. And this is why it's not the right time for a relationship. I need to figure myself out. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it's this heartbreaking thing and we are crying in the rain and one person is like, no, please, we can make it work. It's not about that. Both of you are like, there are things I still want to do before I get into this place of creating a home. Like, this is a big deal. House, home, this is a big, big deal. It also says relocation. Before, I didn't feel drawn to the message of relocation. Now I do. Before you guys are ready to relocate, to start a life together, there's still things you want to do on your own. And I feel like inside of me, it's like there's a person, it's not my inner child, it's like my inner 20-year-old, you know, because I'm older than 20. My inner 20-year-old, you know, when you are like, once again, if I talk about this cliche, because I talked about it before with the high school, it's this college thing where you are on your own now, finally, and you're like, hey, life is just getting started. But there were things in the past that you wanted to do, but you couldn't do. You couldn't do. Your circumstances didn't make it possible for you, but your circumstances are making it possible for you now, or you are creating circumstances for yourself in order to make it possible for you. You know what I mean? This is a very exciting time for you in your life right now, group number one. And it also resonates a lot with me. That's why I'm saying my inner 21-year-old, 21, no, 20-year, okay, whatever, 2021. So what? Okay, is there any other message? You know what? Let's look at the second half. Is there any other message from group number one's future lover? No. Dear Spirit, can we please have a message from group number one's future spouse, future soulmate, romantic partner? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, they think you are too good for them. You are too nice. I don't deserve your kindness. I feel like, honestly, I think I need to do another reading for this. I feel like, oh, but guys, future spouse readings are coming. Subscribe if you don't want to miss them. Like, no, seriously. Then we can talk about this more in detail. It's like this person, oh, I got an image. I have an image on my mind. Sometimes, and once again, if you're new to my channel, I have to explain. Sometimes I receive images of cards in my mind, and I have the image. I don't even know which card deck it is because it's one of my new ones, and I ordered 5 new ones. So I don't know by heart already yet. I mean, yet. Which card belongs to which deck because they are very similar. It's the card of a mirror, mirroring. You two are mirroring each other. You're mirroring each other. You are going to think they are so great that you don't deserve them because people make you feel like you don't deserve a person like that, but you do, group number one. And they will think the same. People hurt them so badly that they cannot believe that they deserve someone like you, group number one. Makes me feel of, I don't know, like Nicholas Sparks movies or something like that. I don't feel like there are so many messages for you, and it bothers me because I want to tell you more. But this, in and of itself, is a message. It's spirit telling you, don't think so much about your future spouse. Think of what you want to do now. Maybe we will get a message for that. But let me try once again. Can I have a message from group number one's future person? please. Oh my God. I long for your kiss. I long for your kiss. Okay. Okay, one last thing. And it's actually not a love message, but I think it's a self-love message. I think it's a self-love thing. What should group number one concentrate on right now? I need another tarot card deck, which I did not put next to me because I thought I wouldn't need it today, but now I need it. Just a second. Okay. The light and shadow. I put it on my bed though, purposefully, just in case I might need it. Okay. So the light and shadow tarot cards. Oh, it's not in English, it's not light and shadow, it's a light seers tarot. Give me a moment, please. Dear Spirit, what should group number one concentrate on at the moment? Or, you know what, I feel like rephrasing this. What do they want to concentrate on right now? There we actually already have your message, but let me shuffle once again. Okay, anything else? Okay, we have, it's positive, it's positive. We have the devil card, but I'm not going to show it in the camera because I get bad vibes when I show it in the camera. But it's positive, don't worry, it's positive. Woo. Okay, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You want to do things which will bring you money, okay? But here's the thing, I don't think it's about the money. I think it's about the thing, which is very positive because that will actually make you more successful than concentrating on how in the world am I going to make money. You are going to do multiple different things. And I had that feeling before, which is why I actually picked up the Light Seers Tarot card deck. That was the reason, because I had an image on my mind of I think the Eight of Pentacles. Now we have the Nine of Pentacles, you see, but I know it wasn't this one. I think I know what the image looks like, but I'm not sure about the number right now. It must be the Eight of Pentacles for sure. Okay, I cannot see it at the moment. Forget about it, okay? It's important that it came up in my mind, okay? That already is a message from Spirit. The Eight of Pentacles talk about you doing many little things, like many little hobbies, like multiple different projects. Maybe you don't just have one job, maybe you have multiple, but not simply because you have to sustain yourself, but because you want to. You want to work on this and you want to work on that and on this also. All of these are going to bring you cash, baby. Okay, yes, they are going to. And in some of these, you are already pretty good, if not even proficient. But in some of them, you are quite new because we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is someone who's getting started with something. You already have an idea of what it is, but you are still in the beginner stage. Okay, so you're not, I don't know, in your 6th year in this career or in your 60th year in this career. You are starting, but you know what it is. Okay, and once again, I feel this inner excitement. Maybe you're not aware of this. Maybe you have to, I think you are too stuck on this energy, which is why it was so important for me to tell you in the middle this I'm talking about the Six of Swords. I have to get used to tell you which card I'm talking about because I know not everyone is looking at the screen. Maybe, I don't know, you're cleaning your room in the meantime, something like that. I do that, and I do the same thing when I listen to readings. It feels like emotion-wise, you are still here in the Six of Swords energy. But deep down, you know that an exciting time of your life is starting now. I mean, hello, hello. We have both the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Now, what does it have to do with the Devil card? As I said, it's positive. Don't always think it's this dark and scary thing. The Devil simply talks about, well, not simply, but it also talks about things where we choose to get in, like deep, and like you really like makes me think of dark academia. Maybe you like that aesthetic, or like light academia, simply academia. Maybe you like that. It's like when you really work yourself am I phrasing my sentences correctly? Whatever. It's like you are, or the energy becomes flighty. That's why. Give me a moment. It's all over the place. You want to do so many things. This is where the excitement comes from. Yeah, you want to do so many things. And the devil card talks about you really doing a deep dive into this one topic, for example, and working on this all weekend. And at some point, you're looking at the clock and you're like, oh, when did this happen? Why is it suddenly 1 a.m. and I haven't eaten in the last 14 hours? Okay, it's like that. It's this kind of energy. It's a feel very exciting energy. Okay, 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 great. Cool, group number one. I like that. I like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have the deck, of course, still on my table. Like, where else would it be? And I felt like, you know what? Let me see what the card on top is. It's the wheel. Exciting times are starting now, if they haven't started already. Okay, we have the wheel. The wheel is turning now. Finally, you were on the lower end of the wheel. Like, look, the wheel is a circle, and it's the same with the number 8. Which number does the wheel have? The number 10. Okay, it's the same with the number 8. If you are interested in numerology, if you know some things in about numerology, this is actually important. It's interesting. For example, when we are in a number 8 year, we are in a number 8 year. Oh yes, 2024. This is timeless, by the way, if you're watching this some other time. Okay, but right now we are in a number 8 year, 2024. If you don't know what I mean, it's 2 plus 2 plus 4, it equals 8. It means that we can have the high highs and the low lows this year simply because of how the number 8 is. You can be like, if you look at the circle, and the number 8 is 2 circles, you know, you can be on the bottom of that circle, or you can be on top of that circle, okay? And you are in the transition phase, and you are going upwards when it comes to your circle, when it comes to your wheel. You're going upwards right now. This is what I'm saying. In the present, right now, at this very moment, you are in a transition phase, okay? And you are about to be on top, just like this woman here in the card. Oh my God, group number one. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for you. Like, I cannot even tell you how excited I am because I feel your energy, because I read energy. And this makes me so happy for you. It makes me so, so happy. Once again, I totally get it. I said it in the beginning. I totally get it when you say love, relationships, that's still something important for you and you want to know more. And I want to start a future spouse, how should I say? Playlist because future spouse series, no playlist. Well, you could put it in a playlist, then I can also do that. I want to do a future spouse series because we want to know more, you know why? Because those readings help us manifest the right person for us, and they also give us a lot information about ourselves. It's not just about this cheesy thing, figuring out how they are going to call you as a pet name. You know what I mean? These future spouse readings actually give us a lot of information about ourselves. They really do. Okay, they tell us a lot about ourselves. And I'm not going to go deeper into that. I want you to subscribe to my channel so you will figure it out in future spouse readings. Future spouse readings. Okay. Once again, if you want to show some love, leave a comment. You can also like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you very, very soon in one of my next videos. I wish you all the best, group number one. Goodbye. Hi, group number two. What's up? What's going on? Well, let me tell you that your reading is absolutely crazy. It's so wild. And I will tell you why in a moment. But first, hi, my name is Lola. If you're new to my channel, if not, then welcome back. Thank you for being here. I wanted to tell you guys something, just one little thing. If you want to show some love, leave a comment. Okay, it really costs nothing. It's just a teeny tiny sentence you can write while you're listening to this, and you can agree with me on the following thing, that your reading is truly absolutely wild. Okay, now here's the thing. We are talking about your love life today, in depth, past, present, and future. I already recorded group number one, and I was able, it was absolutely no problem to stay with the timeline, talking about the past first, then the present, then the future. For you, the messages were all over the place, all over the place. And it was positive after positive after positive, like at least 80%. And then things got a bit strange. It really got weird. And I can tell you why that is. Because you were involved with a person who was pretending something that they weren't, and they even fooled me. And this is the reason why I have to start the reading all over again. And I'm not starting all over again. Sorry, that's wrong. The cards are on the table, and the cards are what the cards are. I'm not shuffling again because the message is already here. Your spirit guides already delivered the message, and I'm not going to mess that up and start shuffling again. That's not what's going to happen. But it just didn't make sense for me to talk only about the positive for 80% of the time and then suddenly realizing that something is off over here. And the reason for this is I know, and it's not just about my analytics, it's not just because my channel is new. This is the case in general. A lot of people don't watch the reading till the end. A lot of people only watch like the first 2 minutes or so. And if you did so with the first recording, you would have thought, no, this doesn't resonate with me, I'm leaving. But this message is for you. It is important for you to know that this is definitely for you, even though I was talking 80% positive in the beginning and then it flipped. And this is your message. This is your reading. Something happened that was completely wrong. And here's the thing, I got the tarot cards. I will tell you in a moment. First, it's some explanation, and then we will get into the actual cards. So don't worry, I will show you all of them in a second. Um, I got your tarot cards for the past, present, and future. In the present, as it seems, with your tarot cards, you know what the situation is, which is why I'm saying if you had clicked on this and listened to me only talking about the positive, you would have thought, no, no, there's something doesn't make sense because your tarot cards for the present tell me that you realize now what your situation actually is. Speaking of tarot cards, now let's get into it. So first, for your past, the first card I got was the Seven of Cups, and this actually should have told me the message for all of this. 2222. Oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. It's 2222. And before, while I was reading your cards, I had 222. And now we upgraded basically to 2222. Now you know at what time I'm recording this. It's usually always at night. Okay, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, the Seven of Cups should have given me the information for everything that was to come. Okay, because this is really the thing that gives us everything. But then right when the Seven of Cups came out, the Six of Cups also came out. And that changed the message a little bit, or not just a little bit, like a lot. But that is the message. This is the point. You were involved with a dirty John. I'm not kidding you. If you don't know what it is, Google it, find out. There's a Netflix show. They had 2 seasons. The second season was actually a real story that actually happened, but I'm referring to the first one, to the first season. Maybe the second season also resonates with you. I don't know. Possibly. Now that I think about it, yeah, it might make sense. But I'm thinking of the first season where a woman is involved with a fraud. Okay. And this is the thing. Why am I saying the Seven of Cups should have told me everything? And then I changed the message with the Six of Cups. The Seven of Cups, you can see there are 7 cups in this picture, and they are filled with all kinds of material things. And you are the person in the front. You're seeing all of this and you're thinking, hey, I have all of these things. This is all mine. But it's not true. It's an illusion. It's not true. It's just a dream. And this is what I wanted to tell you. But then we had the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups show a person handing flowers to another one. So basically handing a cup to another one. And this is the sincere message, the Six of Cups, as I thought. The Seven of Cups, insincere. But here's the thing, you have to interpret things in context. Okay, this is how it works as a reader. Like, I cannot just give you the message that's written in a book. Then what are you here on YouTube for? You can get the book and look the message up. It doesn't work like that. The Seven of Cups can have both a positive and a negative meaning. With the Six of Cups together, I thought it was positive, but I was wrong. And that's the message. You thought this person was truthful and you are really in love, and you could not see clearly because you were so deep in this dream world that you didn't realize that all of this was not true. It was an illusion. And this is crazy to me. Considering the fact how long I was talking about the positive part, this is what makes me think that we're talking about a dirty John, because this is some effort that they put in, like truly some effort. Oh my gosh, I have a vision on my mind, in my mind. And it's that I have only seen that movie once, so that's why I'm not sure. So not sure. I mean, I don't know the name. In Frozen, okay, part one. I only watched part one, and this was like, I don't know, when did the movie come out? Like more than 10 years ago. That's when I watched it. In Frozen part one, there's this prince or whatever who wants to marry Anna. Is her name Anna? The one that doesn't have the frozen powers. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how to phrase it right now. I think her name is Anna. And if her name is actually Anna, I'm surprised that I remember that name. I am surprised. Leave a comment. Let me know if I'm right about this. Um, she thought the entire time that this guy was actually into her, but he was just fooling her. So that's what I'm saying. They actually put in a lot of effort, a lot of energy into making something up. Like, this is not just an F boy kind of thing where they tell you some sweet, sweet lies only to get you into bed and then they're done with you. That is horrible in itself as well. It is. Okay, like, let's not pretend that's okay. No, it's not okay. But this dirty John, like, hello, hello. I mean, damn, they really went far, very far with what they did. And um, what they did is creating a fantasy in your mind that they were not going to fulfill. Because for your past, now I have to talk about all the oracle cards, and man, there are a lot on the table that came out while reading your cards the first time I recorded this. But as I said, I will not shuffle again. The message is the message, but now I understand. Now I have the full picture and I understand what the message truly is. You know, this is like the cons when it comes to shuffling in real time. I know a lot of people want their readers on YouTube to shuffle in real time, but now we see how important it actually is to shuffle everything and then to give you the message. And it's boring, of course, for you to just watch us shuffling. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not about me fishing for comments, but once again, now I really want to know, what do you think? Leave a comment honestly. What do you think? Should we shuffle on camera or should we do it beforehand? Because you see in your situation. Okay, now let's get into it. They promised you marriage. Maybe they even did, because I don't know how far they went with this. As I say, Dirty John. It also makes me think of that Tinder swindler thing. I think that's also on Netflix. Look it up. It's crazy. The fact that I got three of these, three frauds. That Tinder guy, that Dirty John guy, and that guy from Frozen. I'm glad you survived and you are on the other side of this, because your cards say that you are on the other side of this. You are. Anyway, they maybe it even went as far as a wedding, but at the very least, they promised you a future that they were not able to give you. They treated you like this, as you can see in the very soon card, like everything was so wow and so wonderful and so romantic, but it wasn't true. It wasn't true. And that's not the only wedding card we got, by the way. We got multiple. We have the married card, the married. Maybe they wanted to marry you or they actually married you. We also, it was in a different section of your reading, but there's another card coming regarding this. Oh, no, no, no. It was this section. Here, I love you. Do you see this guy with the ring box? They are proposing and it's not real. If this actually happened, wow, my gosh, how far this went. We have family and pregnancy and fake news. This is the only card that made me think it can still be about a man like you, because regarding my, if I look at my analytics, this is not about me reading your energy, something like that. I'm just talking about my YouTube analytics. It's very likely that you are a woman. And if we look at how the world is, it's most likely that we're talking about a man who tricked you. But you can still be a woman. Sorry, you can still be a man, and you got fooled with a fake pregnancy because we have this fake pregnancy right here. But a dirty John would go to great length to pretend that you are pregnant, even though you have the uterus. You know what I mean? Impossible is nothing when it comes to these kind of people. Okay, so these are the cards. Everything is all over the place. Okay, when it comes to your past, these were the cards. Okay, family, married, pregnancy, fake pregnancy, and a fake I love you as well. Now for the present, because I said I think you in the present moment, you know damn well what's going on and that all of this was fake, because we have the Three of Cups and we have the Justice. The Three of Cups and the Justice card. The Three of Cups talk about celebration, and I always notice this, and I know it doesn't have to be the case, but I always notice this, and it is significant to me, the fact that we have three women here. And this makes me think of your friends, your female friends, who are celebrating with you the fact that you got rid of this guy or girl, whoever, of this person. And they are happy that you are on the other side of this. Because here's the thing, it was the same the first time I recorded this, and now this time I'm recording this. It's the same feeling. By the way, so far, I'm not really repeating messages, even though the cards are the same. This is so crazy. How one thing can change everything. This is so crazy. Okay, guys, what am I trying to say? I lost my point. Sorry, it's my ADHD. Oh yeah, okay. Before I had this feeling in the recording, and this time as well. By the way, your spirit guides are here. I can feel them now. Okay, calm down, Lola. Okay, I'm dealing with a very mature person. A very mature person. You are a grown up. At the very least, you are grown up at heart, okay? But no, age matters. People act like age doesn't matter. It depends on the situation, on the context. But here, I think I'm talking to a mature person, definitely an adult, a grown up. And that's why, of course, you were hurt. I mean, of course, this is horrible what has happened. And I'm very sorry for you. But here's the thing, as I say, I feel energy, and I don't feel anger. I don't feel sadness. Even though you had those feelings in the past, for sure, like definitely, I feel more like, thank God I'm done with this BS. This is how it feels. This is how the message feels. This is why I keep saying, oh my God, oh my God. This is why I'm talking in this tone and not in a tone of, I cannot believe that they did this and whatnot. Okay. It's not this empathetic. And yeah, of course, I feel empathy. Like, what the hell? I have to get my microphone closer so I can lean back. Of course, I feel empathy, but it's this feeling of, what the hell? And it's like, if as if we are two friends who are sitting together in a cafe, and you are telling the story and I'm just reacting with, what, and you're just sitting there and you're like, mm-hmm, yep, that happened. This is the energy that you exude, group number two. And this is a very good thing. If you were angry or upset or both at the same time, this would be so valid, and I'm on your side 100%. But it feels like you are past that step. That time is over. The anger has passed. Okay. And now you're at a stage of, my God, that happened. Yeah. But it's never going to happen again. Never again. This is the feeling that you exude. And I love, now I'm so happy about my decision to start the reading all over again. Like, this was basically confirmation, because all of what I just said, I did not say before, because the message wasn't there. Now the message is here. You had to hear this. This was important for you to hear this. Maybe you clicked on this reading because this is why we listen to readings, because we need some information, confirmation. Yeah, sometimes it's background noise, like listening to a podcast, but oftentimes we really want a message. And it is absolutely all right to, even though you got past that step, to sometimes still have those emotions, and sometimes still looking back and thinking, why, man, just why? And therefore, you might have clicked on this reading because it came at the right time. But I'm here to give you the confirmation that the feelings that you feel are absolutely valid. And it is a good thing, positive thing, that you're like, isn't that crazy? Yeah, this happened, but it's over. It's over and done. And I'm so happy, 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 happy. And I can tell that an important part did play your girlfriends. Yeah, your female friends, or I don't know, maybe your male friends, because once again, you can flip the genders. Where are the cards? Oh, here, right in front of me. Sorry, they were behind the microphone though. That's why I didn't look at them. We also have this card. This is the Witchcraft Oracle cards. I hardly ever feel drawn to them, but for you, I did. Maybe there's a little witch inside of you, because I got something about spells, which I will show you in a moment. But I don't want you to be like, what the hell is written on these cards? What kind of secret language is this? It's a different language. It's not in English, but it says Zusammenkunft, and it means coming together. And once again, you can see it's not just women, but it's like the women stand out. Okay, they stand out. So your girls had your back. Okay, your girls had your back, and I'm happy to be able to say this because it means you were not on your own this whole time. It's difficult to go through these things on our own, but you were not on your own. Then we have this card of candle magic. And there's something I want to say about this. This is actually something I did say in the first recording, but I think it's important because I received a channeled message as in form of a in the form of an image in my mind, and it was someone carving a word into a white candle, and I think it was you. If not, and if you are into magic, if you are into witchcraft, you can do that. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. It's not like, hey, your spirit guides led you to this reading, so I can tell you what kind of witchcraft to do. No, if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. Okay, it doesn't matter. If it does resonate with you though, take a white candle, like white, not beige white, or whatever you can find, it's fine. But in my mind, the image is really like snow white. And by the way, we also have the card of snow. I will show you in a second. And there's a word carved into it. And I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to see it, but I cannot see it. Okay, but this is um a way to do a spell. I know a little bit about witchcraft, but I don't know so much. I don't know enough to tell you more about this. But once again, if you are into candle magic, look up some YouTube videos on that. I mean, tarot readers are here, so of course the witches are also here. We are a team. We are on the same side, more or less. Okay. Oftentimes these things go hand in hand, but not always. Okay, we also have the snow, and this is something I want to talk about, and the self-care card. Okay, self-care and snow. Now, the snow card, I have to read it. Please give me a moment because once again, I have to translate. Okay. You are so pure and you are so loved by the divine, by angels, whatnot. And I think this is another reason why you were able to get out of this situation. You are also protected. And if you think, if I really was protected, then why did all of these things happen to me? This is the good old question. If God really exists, then why do bad things happen to us? I'm sorry. Sorry, I took a cough. Not like you couldn't hear, but yeah. Um, why do things happen to us? Look, here's the thing. Maybe protection was the wrong word. Maybe it's more like the angels were watching you. At some point, it was like done and over, like stop, enough. But this whole time, they were watching you and they knew you got this. They are very proud of you, for real. the wait a second, I'm channeling. The angels who are watching you, they're huge, man. They're huge. And if they're not archangels, then they are very close to an archangel. I mean, I don't know about angels, like and the family tree of angels, what or the levels of angels, but you know what an archangel is. Like this is like the strongest, highest kind, the closest to God. And this, if this wasn't an archangel, it was very close. They were watching you, and in my mind, I see an angel, and it's a male one. I don't think angels have a gender. I don't know, to be honest with you. But in my mind, it's a male one. They have long blonde hair, and they are standing on the side of the street you're walking on, and with their arms crossed like this. And they are really focused on you. Like they really wanted to see how these things were going to unfold. So yeah, in a way you were actually protected. Angels were watching over you, meaning that this could have gone worse. Okay, but thank God it didn't. Now we also have the self-care card, and it says okay, if I don't care about myself, if I don't care for myself, then who else? My heart is the one beating closest to me. Okay, and it is true. Even if we are in an actual, true, loving relationship with the perfect person, not a fraud, as in this case, but a true love, you are still the one who is the closest to you. Your heart, your own heart, is the closest to you. And you understand that. And now it's a time of self care. And it's not just about a skincare routine, but it does play a role because these things, they calm us down. They give us like, they materialize our emotion towards ourselves. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like you want to take care of yourself, and you can do that mentally, you can do that emotionally, but you can actually do this with something tangible, physical. And this can simply be some kind of um I'm looking around to see if I can find a cream or something, some kind of face cream, a serum or something. Okay, it can be like that. Or you eating fruit, your feeling towards yourself materializes in that apple you eat for your health. You know what I mean? So right now I feel like this is the stage where you are right now. Look at the woman at the card, enjoying the wind. Oh, how much I love the wind, group number 2. You just cannot imagine. It has to do with me being an air sign in my rising sign. I'm a Gemini rising. Maybe you also have air in one of your big three, sun, moon, rising. It means air is very important for you. If there is I mean, of course, air is important for you. Duh, you're a human being. I mean, wind. Sorry, I meant the wind. Whenever it's very windy outside, even storming, maybe even storming outside, go outside. I mean, if it's too dangerous, no, then no, stay at home, close the windows. But if it's all right for you to take a walk outside or just stand in front of your door, don't forget your keys, okay? Um, do so. This will charge you. Okay, this will charge you, give you a lot of peace, give you a lot of power. Yeah, both power and peace. No, they're not contradicting. Yeah. And it's not for everyone, by the way, because in I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but was it the Bible? It was some religious book. I don't know which one, but I think it was the Bible that said that certain energies can fuel us and drain us. And they said, I'm not sure, guys. If you are a Christian, please don't come for me, okay? Because I'm not sure. But you can tell me, you can let me know if it was actually in the Bible or if I'm mistaking the books right now. Um, it says, or it said that certain energies charge us, and some of them drain us. And they said that a storm like wind actually drains us, okay? But the sun, for example, charges us. This is not a fact. This is not right. It depends on the individual. And spirituality, your birth chart actually plays a big role when it comes to these things. Like it really does. I know that a lot of people actually don't like the wind. The city where I live, and I chose to move here. I'm living on the other side of the country where I lived before, and it is very windy over here. I'm in the north. It's very windy over here and it rains a lot. And I love it so much. You have no idea. Really do. I also like it when the sun is coming out. I do. I also love the snow. But the wind, like, wow, I feel like a new human being. And I know that a lot of people don't like the wind because at my workplace, I always want to open the window and leave them open, but the others don't. So I don't because I'm the only one. I mean, okay, it's fine. I can go outside for a walk and enjoy the wind. And this is something I highly recommend. I recommend you to do this. Whenever it's windy, don't be like, "Oh no, I hate this weather. It sucks. I'm staying at home." Take a short walk, go outside, and then come back home. You will feel like a new, fresh baby. Okay? So let's talk about some more stuff because there are more cards, even more cards. I had so many before. It was quite a long reading. Okay. So what actually happened? Now, what did actually happen? This is what I had all of these cards for. What are they called? What's the T? I mean, can it be any more straightforward? And true emotional. True, not true. True emotional. Wait, it was this way around. Yeah. Okay. First, I got the running, and moving on. Oh, can you see it? Moving on. Thank you next. It says thank you next, and I love that. And also, I noticed even before, and now I have to say it again, there are three bicycles, and before we had the three of cups. Okay, so you are moving on, and luckily you're not on your own. Like you have your squad, your crew, your friends, whoever. Okay, and I love that for you. This is fantastic. Even if you are on your own, you are actually not on your own. You aren't. Your spirit guides are with you, the angels are with you, your girl Lola is with you. Okay, I'm here for you. So, once again, look at this woman. Look at how content she looks, like the other woman I just showed you. And she's running, meaning, even if it's not windy outside, she's basically creating that wind. And this makes me think of how freedom is oftentimes depicted in movies. Yeah, do you know how they like to depict freedom in movies? With wind. Like, for example, driving a car. I mean, what speaks more about freedom than a person with a leather jacket on the motorcycle? They are creating the wind. This energy talks about freedom. Like, I'm starting new, I'm starting fresh, everything's perfect, everything's fine. It is fuel for you person, for you group number 2, it is. Okay, what did we have next? Oh yeah, I was asking about now here's the thing, I said it in the beginning. It was all over the place. In group number 1, that wasn't the case. I was able to stick with the past, the present, and then the future. But for you, everything was all over the place. Now, in hindsight, I understand why. We were not able to receive a clear message. Okay, so everything once again is all over the place. You understood the true colors of that person. And I think this was not too long ago, the true colors of the person. They pretended to be twin flames. But a lot of guys, listen, especially, sorry, that was my chair, especially men these days. And I don't even want to call them men, boys these days. They figure out one or two things when it comes to spirituality. And now they're using this against us, like hell to the no, no, no. And if you're a man watching this, I'm sorry, but once again, your fellow men are giving you a bad reputation. Now they know things about soulmates and twin flames, and they pretend that they are our soulmates or twin flames. They aren't. This is not real. okay? Or doing things like texting you at exactly 11:11, or what a coincidence that this happens all the time. Exactly at 4:44, they're texting you out of nowhere, out of the blue. And you're thinking like, oh my God, this is a sign. No, it's not. It's them fooling you. And then, oh, this is interesting because now all of these cards are coming up. See how many cards there are? How many cards? How long it took me to realize that this is a fraud. And it doesn't take for me this long. Oh, this is so interesting. Only today, just today, like a couple of hours ago, or a couple more hours ago, I don't know. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I told her how in December I was reading cards for myself. For myself, it was not a YouTube reading. I was reading cards for myself, and I hardly ever do so. It's difficult for readers to read cards for themselves because, well, we are attached to our own situation. It's difficult to read from the outside. And here's the thing, I misinterpreted the reading, but my feeling didn't. Like it's like my mouth said one thing, but my intuition said another thing. And the same is once again here in your reading. My mouth said one thing, but my mind was like, huh? My feeling was like, I don't think so. Okay, and this is so interesting, and I like to know this about myself because it shows how on point my intuition is. And yeah, I know I'm complimenting myself right now, but I think it is important to know for myself as a reader to know if I'm able to do this job, and also for you as a viewer to know that even though I first blah 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 something, I did know my feeling told me, nah, 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 something's off, and that's why I started all over again. And this is proof for you to know that you are absolutely safe to listen and watch future readings or past readings if you want to do so. And you will always receive the right message because I knew something was wrong. So I started all over again and just had 51:51 on the clock. 51 minutes and 51 seconds. Okay, Lola, stop blah blah blahing and keep on going. So you got the card of shocking news. And here's the thing, when I was shuffling this card deck, just a couple of cards later, you also got the card of bad news. Okay, so all of a sudden, this facade broke of that dirty John, and you figured these things out. You also have massive regrets. And I don't think it's really massive regrets, to be honest with you. I think what's more important is the man in this picture. And it's like this, oh no, how could I not see this? You know what I mean? It's more like that. Okay. Maybe you do have some regrets, but, or you did have because you're moving on now in the present. As we're talking about the present, you're now moving on. How your cards said before, your oracle card, this one with the 3 bicycles. So it's okay to feel like, oh, how could I allow this to happen? But don't take these feelings of regrets with you. This person is not worth it. No, not at all. Not at all. And now I have these 3 cards that show me how you realized that your feeling, your intuition was suddenly true. Just like this reading. I'm talking, and then I'm like, wait a second. And then it clicks. And then it's one thing after the next, and you're like, oh no, it was not how I thought it would be. Because we have the GPS card. Where is it here? The GPS card. Meaning you suddenly were able to track down these things that happened one after the next. Like the puzzle pieces are now, you can now put them together, and you're like, this is why they said this when they actually did this and whatnot. And then you wanted to confront them, but they blocked you. And now they're ghosting you. These little SHITs. Like, what the hell? But you know what? Even better. Like, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. And I know that you don't even want to talk to them anymore. You're done, done, done. Okay, let's see what this says. Blocked, spam, calls, text. Yeah, we just have some tiny messages on these cards. Here we have ghosted, off and on, hot and cold, detached. F that person, group number 2. They're not worth it. No, 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 no. They're not worth it. Absolutely freaking not. Okay, now I want to talk. We're still not done with your reading because I haven't talked about your future cards. Your future holds very positive news for you, like very, very positive news, because we have the Eight of Wands. I forgot to say this in the beginning because this was the plan for every single group to talk about past, present, and future in the beginning and then to go into detail. But for you, well, it was all over the place. The Eight of Wands talk about great news. Okay, great news coming very soon. Now the question is, what are those great news? I want to know. Which or you want to know? I have the coffee cup cards in my hand, like I just grabbed them. Yeah, let's just take these. Okay, what are the good news that are coming to group number 2? Give us some good news, Spirit. It's time for some very, very, very good news. Okay, you survived. You are extremely strong because we have the card of the shark. But here's the thing. To me, it feels like not just surviving. It feels like you are so powerful now that if you had to, if someone put you in that situation, you would be the shark. Like you're talking back to me, like I bite your head off immediately. You're not allowing. Oh, sorry, my microphone almost fell. You're not allowing anyone to cross the line ever again. Any other card for group number 2? What are the good news? Yeah. We have another. Now we have the whale. First the shark, now the whale. It's the wisdom keeper. Yeah. You will be able to help other people if you choose to do so. You don't have to, like, you can do something else with your life, with your future. But if you want to, you could actually like create a YouTube channel or something like that, tell your story on TikTok or wherever, and help other women or other men with what has happened. Okay, so you can actually create something very positive with this. One thing I have to say is, while I was shuffling these cards, the image of the justice card came up. Okay, if some legal stuff is involved, which is very likely with the Dirty John, you are going to win big time. Big time. They're not going to win, you are going to win. And we have the rabbit with pregnancy and fears. We are talking about the good news. Okay, keep that in mind, group number 2. I asked Spirit, what are the good news? We have the rabbit. And so the fear is not right. Okay, this is not the message for you. It's the other message. It's pregnancy. If you don't want to be pregnant and if you're not working on being pregnant, then forget about that. It's not that. But what does pregnant mean? It means creating something new, birthing something new. And now the tarot cards you got before make sense because I still had some more cards on my desk, and these are these 3 cards. And this was the main thing that made me think like, huh? Something doesn't match over here. And it's the Page of Cups. You got the Page of Cups. You are starting fresh. You are starting new with something that is going to fill your cup big, big, big time. Big time. Okay. And you will be able to create a new home for yourself. This is something you're walking towards. So you see the Four of Wands. There's the house in the back and the people celebrating. They're happy to see you, but there's still these 4 wands. So you're still walking. You're not right in front of that house. You're not in that house. You're walking towards that house. This is the place where you're going to, and it will be so wonderful. Like wonderful, wonderful times 1,000 wonderful. And there's another card, and was really like the thing. How many more times am I going to say that this was the thing? Yeah, it's the devil card, but I don't like showing it in the camera just because of the energy. Yeah, it made me understand that I was way off before, but it makes so much sense now in hindsight. This is a love reading though, so I also asked for timing cards. when these good news are going to come into your life. And look, a house oftentimes involves another person as well. Maybe you're like, oh, I feel it inside, the resistance in my hand, like a hand doing this, like stop, like no, not now. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Lola. Don't even give me that message. I don't feel it strongly. I'm just saying there might be, like, definitely, like one day there's going to be someone. Right now, no, simply because you don't want that to. You don't want that. And that's absolutely right. Number two, you know what you want. And that's not what you want right now. Another person in your life. Simply you're like, no, no, not now. Not interested. And sure, trust and these things play a role, but it's more like, no, no thanks. No thanks. So I asked for timing cards and I received two. And they fit very well because we have patience required, meaning we don't have really an answer. We don't know when. And divine timing is at play. Once again, we don't know when, but it's divine timing, meaning group number two. There is a plan for you and your life, for all of these positive things, for a true, real, authentic, honest lover in the future. But it's divine timing. Now is not the time. And you know this too, group number two. Like right now, you don't even want to. I have the word cinema on my mind. So it's like you just want to hang out right now. Hang out with yourself, hang out with your friends, just live in the moment, just enjoy life. And I'm honestly so happy that you are at this point because, sorry, it's not me starting to cry, it was just me starting to cough. No, no, no. Because once again, I'm saying it once again, it would be very valid for you to be extremely upset and hiding at home and being like, no, I don't want to see anyone or do anything. But you are past that step. Okay, you are past that time. You're like, okay, no, this person took enough from me. They took enough of my trust in myself, my intuition, my time, my energy. They took enough, and I'm not allowing them to take anything anymore. It's enough. They're not taking anything from me anymore. And this is why I have this feeling of no thanks, no lovers right now, because they, even if they are like this true, honest, wonderful person, it requires time and energy. And you don't want to focus your time and energy on another person right now. You want that to be with you, right here, with yourself. Group number two, this was a very cool and very interesting reading. Once again, do you see how I'm phrasing this? I mean, regarding the circumstances, if I only had the circumstances on paper, I would never be like, oh, this is cool, because this is quite serious, this Dirty John situation. But I feel your energy, I read your energy, and your energy says, I'm fine, I'm better than this, I'm stronger than this, and you're doing very, very well. You're doing great, actually. Okay. If you like, you can subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future readings. And as I said before, if you want to show some love, you can leave a comment. And I thank you very much. And I will see you very soon. Goodbye, group number two. Hi, group number three, and welcome to your love reading. I am Lola, and today we will talk about your past, present, and future when it comes to your love life. And something I can tell you immediately, so you know that this is your group, is that your love life has been on hold for a very long time. Okay, so if it hasn't been on hold for a very long time, group number three is not for you. If it recently changed, then group number three is still for you. But if it hasn't been on hold, then I'm sorry, you have to pick another group. And I know this without looking at your cards. How can I know this? Well, first of all, I'm psychic. And second of all, it's because I recorded group number 1 and 2 weeks ago. Weeks ago. No, I never did this before. Like, why in the world should anyone do this? Okay, makes no sense. I don't think any other reader would do this, but I did. And the reason for this is that I recorded group number 1 and 2 in the middle of the night. And when it came to you guys, group number 3, I said I would do this tomorrow or the day after that. And then I got so sick that I couldn't record anything in the meantime. I mean, if you look at my channel, the last readings that were uploaded were for February, the February predictions. And we are in the middle of March right now. And there was nothing going on my channel in the meantime. So I'm doing group number 3 now. And another interesting thing is, I mean, you could still say, okay, it's a coincidence. I mean, it was in the middle of the night. She didn't want to record anymore. So, and then she got sick and blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. I actually wasn't tired at all. It was past midnight, but I wasn't tired. I just didn't feel like it. And I didn't realize in the moment that me not feeling like it was me reading your energy. I tapped into your energy and I realized, like, no, no, I just don't want to. And this is the thing. When it comes to your love life right now, nothing is going on. And when I say nothing, I really mean nothing, nothing. Like your phone is dry as, I don't know, the Sahara Desert. Nothing is going on. And maybe in general in your life, it's very boring, very mundane, very much of the same old, same old. You know what I mean? And I did the same thing for group number 1 and 2, which is that I shuffled your tarot cards, but not your oracle cards yet. We will do that together. But looking at your tarot cards, I can see that as well. And I will explain in a moment because I shuffled for 3 cards. So to receive messages for your past, present, and future. And we actually got 2 for your past. And it is so insightful. And yes, I will tell you in a moment. I know you're like, when does she stop blah, blah, blahing? But all of this has to do with your reading. All of this is a message for you. It's not just looking at cards and telling you which sword number it is. It's not just that. There's a lot going on when it comes to a spiritual tarot card, oracle card, whatever, numerology reading. So, group number 3, what I want to say is that the energy feels very low. And I don't mean low vibrational as a negative vibration. I don't mean that at all. I mean like boring. Okay, low as in chill. That's what it means. And when I started recording this reading today, finally, group number 3, after a few weeks, the program I use started glitching. It started glitching. Okay, so I had to start over again and again and again, multiple times, because it's like the program just didn't want me to do this. And somewhere deep down, I also didn't want to do this, but not because I personally don't want to do this, but because I tapped into your energy and you just don't feel like, I can't even finish the sentence. Like it's like there's nothing, you know? So now let's do the following. One thing I want to say, just one tiny thing before I get into your tarot cards, is that if you come from another group, 1 or 2, and if you think that now those messages are not valid anymore because I recorded them a few weeks ago, that's not the case. It's not the case because of the theme of this reading. We are talking about past, present, and future. And when I mean past, I don't mean last week. Okay, because then, yeah, those groups wouldn't be valid anymore. I talk about way past in your life, maybe years ago, okay, or at least last year. And when it comes to your present, I mean your current life, like as in these months or even these years. And future, I mean, of course, it's the future, okay? So no, group number 1 and 2 are not invalid now. The messages are not invalid. Nothing has changed. Everything is absolutely perfectly fine. And maybe that's interesting for you, group number 3, because I feel a lot of group number 1's energy in your reading. If you felt drawn to both of these groups, feel free to go to group number 1 and listen to that as well. But now we will get into your tarot cards. So I did the tarot card thing before I clicked on recording because I was talking to the spirit guides, praying a little bit and getting into the zone, and also talking to God because I wanted to this to finally work properly so I can do this reading and finish it. And I said, I need a card for your past, for your present, and your future. For the past, we got the 5 of Swords. And what is so interesting is that hidden behind it, I didn't notice in the first moment. We got the moon card, okay? And the moon actually talks about things that are hidden. Isn't that interesting that it was behind the Five of Swords? I will explain in a moment what this means. So for your present, we got the Page of Pentacles, which is your present state. So this should be very interesting. And for the future, I am so happy for you, group number 3. Honestly, I'm so happy for you because we got the Fool card. And now here's the thing. When it comes to the normal language, like in our day-to-day life, we don't use the word fool in a positive sense, but in tarot, it is positive. Okay, or at least in this context. I mean, in a different context, it could mean something else, but in this context, it's very positive. So bear with me, group number 3, because your future has a lot of fun things for you. So now a quick overview through these tarot cards, and then we will get into the oracle cards. So when it comes to your past, we got the Five of Swords. And usually I don't do this, but for you guys, I do this now. And usually I don't do this because I think it's not necessary, but for you guys, I do this now. So for someone who wants to learn tarot, this might be interesting. I do, and other readers too, point out if we notice something significant, if we notice a correlation or something, or if we notice a symbol that we maybe never noticed before, then we point that out, okay, and tell you, hey, can you see this? But now I will explain to you in detail the Five of Swords, because that is your past life, your past when it comes to your love life, okay? This lifetime, not a past lifetime, this lifetime. So in the Five of Swords, you can see a person in the front and 2 people in the back. Sorry, did I scratch your microphone? No. 1 person in the front and 2 in the back. The backs of the 2 in the back are turned. They cannot see the person in the front. The person in the front has 2 swords in the hand already. Is it 2? Yeah. And they pick up another one, a third one. 2 more swords. Can you see that properly? 2 more swords are laying on the ground. And it seems like the person will pick up those swords as well. So either it's to backstab literally the 2 people in the back, to literally backstab them, or to take the weapons and run away. Then it's still backstabbing, but figuratively. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, this was your past. And this also explains why the present feels like nothingness. I will explain in a moment, but first, let's talk about your past properly. So, people, and I'm saying people, not one person, because there is the correlation to group number 1. While I was talking about everything in the beginning, I kept thinking of group number 1. And in group number 1, I realized during the reading that maybe the past has not so much to do with a past love, past relationship, but all kinds of people in group number 1's life, okay? Friends, family, co-workers, I don't know, classmates, strangers on the street, people who didn't treat group number 1 properly, who didn't treat them right, or at least even with, I don't know, some kind of politeness. You know what I mean? And this is why, and unfortunately, I wish I realized that in the beginning, because we know what it's like on YouTube. People oftentimes click away after a couple of minutes. Maybe the same goes for this reading. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, so I could have said that in the beginning, but now I know. So now I'm telling you, group number 3, this could be about one person or a bunch of people who did this to you in the past, doing something behind your back that you cannot see, pretending in front of you that, yes, they love you, yes, they are your friend, yes, you are their, I don't know, favorite sibling, co-worker, whatever. But but behind your back, they take away what's yours, the swords on the ground. They take away what's yours, or they are collecting things in order to use them against you, which is so unfortunate. But the thing is, if you notice my tone, the way I'm speaking, it's not a fake, it's not kind of fake, like, oh, I feel for you. You know why? Because I've been there. And I don't mean I'm the backstabbing person. I mean, I'm the backstabbed person. So I experienced everything I'm just explaining to you. And because I'm on the other side of that, I don't feel emotionally attached to this anymore, which is not that I brush it off. No, not at all. But I think someone who hasn't experienced this and who's being told the story, they would be like, oh my God, how could this happen to you? Why did no one help you? And so on and so forth. They don't know what it's like being in that situation. And this is why the now, this is why your present feels like a lot of nothingness. But I have to stop myself so I can do this properly chronologically. So behind, as I said, so I was shuffling and this card came out. And behind it, I didn't notice in the first moment, we got the moon cards. Okay, behind the Five of Swords, we got the moon cards, and the moon talks about everything that is hidden. So this person is picking up the swords while the other two in the front, in the back are not looking. Okay, so you can say that this is the hidden part. And of course, sure it is. Okay, the moon is actually confirmation, you can say. But it's also another thing. The moon is feminine energy. The sun is masculine energy, okay? So when it comes to the feminine is the intuitive one, okay? This is where the intuition is. Something told you, some kind of feeling you had told you that something is wrong. Something is off with this person or with these people, okay? Something is not right. You could feel it somewhere. And this card actually makes me think of another tarot card deck, but we can also use the depiction here, which is, you can see there are two animals. I think there are two wolves looking up to the moon. And in another tarot card deck, there's actually this card where the background is dark because it's at night. I mean, makes sense. I mean, the moon can also be out during the day because that's how it works in the planetary system. But in another card, it's night in another tarot card, and it feels like there have been many, many nights where you have been looking out the window and wishing and praying for something, or just crying while you looked at the stars. Okay, just crying while you looked at the night sky and asking, why me? Why does this always happen to me? When does this end? Why do people treat me this way? Or why does this particular person treat me this way? Maybe you were even praying to God, to the angels and whatnot, because as I said, the two animals here are looking up at the moon. So like looking up at the sky, looking up to another dimension. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, and I'm very sorry, this was the past. So, actually, I wanted to talk about the tarot cards a bit deeper when it comes to present and future, but I think now is a good time to pick up some oracle cards. I just want a few because you know your past. Right now, you're just listening for confirmation or maybe a reminder of what you never want to experience again. Let's see if I can see in the oracle cards if I can get some detail, okay? And coincidentally, okay, no, there are no coincidences, but I actually ordered a bunch of new oracle cards. I already had them when I did group number 1 and 2, but that was the first time. So this video as a whole is the first time I'm using these cards. One of them is Heart's Hidden Secrets, and one of them is What's the Tea? And I want to use both of them for this question because hidden secrets and what's the tea? I mean, what better cards to use to ask for what has happened, what was hidden from you. Your intuition knew something was off and you want to know what it is. There's so many cards that I have to shuffle them in batches. I also always do this for the tea leaves and I always say that on camera, but yeah, I just don't want them to fall on the ground. So dear God, dear spirit guides, dear angels, what happened in the past when it comes to group number 3's love life? What happened in the past? What was this backstabbing situation about? Oh, okay. We have commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. Of course, for you, it's the opposite because this is what was pretended. Okay, maybe if you're on the younger side, maybe it's not marriage, but could still be, even if you're on the younger side, doesn't actually matter. But here's the thing, the word that stands out to me is promises, false promises, pretending commitment when they actually didn't commit to you. It's very discouraging, to say the least. Okay. What else? Yeah, we got the card shocking, and it says Turmoil, trouble, unexpected. Do you see how this person is wondering? Oh, sorry. Now I just realized because of the lighting. Could you see this properly? The commitment card? Okay. Now the shocking card. What stands out, and it didn't really notice in the first card, in the first oracle card, the commitment card, I didn't really care about the picture. Maybe you do. That's perfectly fine, because as I read, you also read with me. You also do this reading with me. But here this stands out. A person walking alone on the beach, or at the beach. And this is the thing, like when reality suddenly hits you, you're walking around wondering, what the F? Like, how could this happen? What in the world is going on? Like, are you freaking serious right now? And as I'm saying this, in my mind, I can see a group of girls. And this is what I'm saying. Maybe it's not just a past person who you were romantically interested in, but also a bunch of people. So false friends, maybe also. I see girls in pink bikinis. Doesn't have to be, but it feels very mean girlish. If you have a pink bikini, don't mind me saying this, okay? It's perfectly fine. Yeah, mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul. I think this is about you for sure. Yeah, okay. I feel drawn to the bottom, and of course, it also has a message for you. This is about you feeling like a victim because, let's be honest, you were one. If this is terminology that bothers you, I understand that, but I think we shouldn't be so scared of words. If the words are actually insulting, okay, like calling someone names, that's a different thing. But there's always this huge thing when it comes to the word victim. It's used against people. Like in one way, people use it against you by saying, "Oh, now you are in your victim mentality, whatever, blah blah blah." And the other thing is when people want to call you a victim when you aren't actually, but they mean it in a positive way, and then you feel like psychologically you are put into this victim position when you actually shouldn't be. So either way, even if people actually don't mean it in a harmful way, it can be harmful. Now, I just mean it in a neutral way, as you could find the definition in a dictionary, okay, the word victim, because somebody did something to you, and we call that a victim. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean that you are a loser or something right now. It means that in the past, someone did something to you. That is the meaning of the word victim. And it doesn't always have to be like these huge, horrible things. It can just be just, of course, not just, but it can be like over years, a ton of little things, a ton of little things. Those things add up. They add up. There's a reason why we say PTSD and CPTSD. Okay. And I know that it's not the right thing to do for me to use so many psychological terms, especially if they actually don't apply. I have to say, I really get the feeling here, group number 3. I can feel your energy and it reminds me a lot of me. Okay, so if it's not serious, like that serious that it's diagnosed CPTSD, it definitely goes into that direction. Okay, it goes into that direction. You have been misunderstood for a very long time. Misunderstood because people, it's like, especially when it's what I'm saying with a lot of little things happened, especially then, because then people like to say, oh, it's just a tiny thing, let it go, let it go. Don't you like it when people say let it go? Yeah. So the card on the bottom is obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. And I mean, yeah, of course. And it also looks like someone trying to hide because they're crying. You know what I mean? So this unfortunately speaks of your past, but fortunately it is the past. Okay, so it's over. I want to put these cards back. I don't think we need any more from the Heart's Hidden Secrets, but I still, because I already announced it, want to look at the Oracle cards for what's the T? Wait a second. Okay. Oh, I'm pushing around the lights. Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Anyway, it's the message that matters, not my face. So, what's the tea? What actually happened? Maybe we can get some more, I don't know, inside scoop, just a little bit, and then we will move on to the present because I mean, why do we have to talk so much about the past that you actually already know of? Okay, dear God, dear spirit guides, what actually happened in group number three's past? No, I took out the wrong card in case you're wondering. And yes, I can feel it. I can. Oh, there you have it. So, oh, we have multiple cards on the ground. Oh, interesting. Also, the colors match. Sorry, my chair. I have to come back to the front. We have always partying and grudge holder. And guys, the other cards in the deck don't look like this. I mean, you can probably find similar cards maybe, but it's not like all of them have this theme. But these cards look very much alike. Sorry, I have to hold them kind of so you can see. Okay. What I notice is that it seems like this is the situation the same evening. It's like the same evening. The party and someone here with the candles. Um, how should I say, slouching on the desk on a table because I don't know, something has happened. And it feels like because this happened a few times. So always partying. Maybe you were dragged along to a party where you actually didn't want to go. Or you went there because you thought, no, this time everything will be fine. I just want to get out of the house for once this weekend and experience something, have some fun. And then something happened, whatever it was. And then you were pissed. Yeah, it was not a fun night. Maybe it was just that maybe nothing actually happened during the party, but it was more like you maybe wanted to talk to a friend, but the friends just had their mind somewhere else. Maybe they were chasing a guy or a girl to flirt with them when you actually needed them in the moment, or something happened that pissed you off in the moment. During the party and you said something and everyone was like, yeah, okay, hey, don't be such a bum, don't, I don't know, it's just a party, it was just a joke, it was just a prank, something like that, you know what I mean? And this is why I'm saying it feels like a lot of little things happened, except instead of, oh wow, that happened, that was immediately, did you see that? Yeah, oh, okay, a lot of little things happened. um and yeah, I will talk about this more when we talk about your present. Any other final message for the past when it comes to group number three's love life? Your spirit guides. No. Okay, but this card that flipped, it says romantic love affair, sex fix, secret lover. Okay, so sorry. Guys, no, the video did not stop. I have to talk. I have to keep talking for the people who are not looking at the screen. Otherwise, they think that the reading suddenly stopped. The thing is, with this card, I actually don't receive negative energy from this card. The easiest thing for me, the absolute easiest thing for me would be to say the person you were with had an affair behind your back. I have to say that I don't get them that energy when I hold, even when I hold this card, because I feel cards differently when I hold them than when I just look at them when they are on my desk, which is why I know if I got the right card or I didn't, really. I know it's very strange, but a psychic who reads energy, it's exactly like that. It's very strange for me too. Here's the thing. I assume, no, I don't assume. I can actually see it kind of in my mind. It's that there was someone and you were flirting for a while. It was fun. They were cute. You were cute. You were cute together. But ultimately, it didn't lead to anything. It didn't lead to anything. And I think it was because of them. Or let's say I know as your sidekick that it was because of them. You know why. If you're new to my channel, if not, this is you have to listen to this many times. But if you're new to my channel, while I'm talking about something, I receive messages in my mind, which is why the cards are just like they just help. They just help, but it's not the main message. But while I was talking, I was thinking of a guy when I was 17. Okay, this was a very long time ago. Okay, so when I was 17, there was this guy I had a crush on. And he had a bit of a crush on me too. So we were flirting. He was flirting, I was flirting, and so on and so forth. And then poor, embarrassing little tiny Lola me actually confessed her feelings, and no, they were not reciprocated. Okay, I did not hear the same thing back from that person. Okay, and looking back, I have to laugh about it. If it actually was something very serious, like I was in love and I cannot believe how this person did this to me, I wouldn't talk about this way, even if I was a teenager and even if I was 8 years old. So if the love is there and if it's serious, no matter how old you are. But right now, I have to laugh a little bit about this because he was so immature and I knew it. I knew it. Like he was really a boy. Like, I mean, okay, of course, 17, but he was actually a boy. I was coming out of age and he wasn't. And a part of me knew that, but part of me also didn't care because I wanted him. And I had a lot of these situations, unfortunately, and which is once again why I'm saying a bunch of little things happened. And ultimately, they add up to like this huge ball of negative memories and negative emotions. And maybe for a long time, you carried that ball of emotions with you, like in a backpack or something, which was very heavy. And I think that you actually let go. Like these things don't go away 100% so fast, but you can work on leaving the past in the past. It can still though have an impact. Of course, it of course still has an impact on your present. And now let's talk about your present. We got the Page of Pentacles, and now I can explain why there was so much feeling of emptiness, nothingness. Okay. um did I explain that in the beginning of your reading? I hope I did, so I don't repeat myself now. Yeah, okay, fine. Anyway, so when I shuffled the tarot cards before I started recording, I got the Page of Pentacles for your present. And I was thinking about what this could mean, because here's the thing. For your future, we have the Fool. Both the pages and the Fool are beginners, but there is a difference. There is a difference. There's a reason. I find this so interesting that today we are talking about so much general tarot stuff. So for people who want to learn tarot, this is actually a good reading. Um, when it comes to the Fool, there's only one Fool in the tarot card deck, only one. But when it comes to the pages, we have four. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Swords, and Cups, okay? And they talk about four different areas of life. So yes, the Fool is a beginner and the Page as well, but the Page is someone who already chose a path. There's a reason why we got the Page of Pentacles, not the Page of whatever else, okay? So I was thinking, does this mean that group number 3 is starting new and fresh when it comes to their love life? But that doesn't really fit when it comes to the Pentacles. And then I understood as I put the puzzle pieces together of me recording this weeks later and so on and so forth. Let's not repeat the whole thing. The thing is that right now, the only thing that is routinely going on in your life is your job, the way you make money, job or career or both. Why do I say it this way? A lot of people are actually not aware of the fact that job does not equal career. A lot of people think they have a career, they actually have a job. It's not the same. Even astrologically, and I'm not kidding you, look it up if you don't believe me. Even astrologically, your work, your job is not in the same house as your career. I'm not joking, guys. If I remember correctly, your job, your work, your day-to-day life, your routines, all of that are in the same house, and it's the sixth house. Yeah, it's the sixth house. Your career is in your 10th house. Now, isn't that interesting? It's 4 houses removed. It's in your 10th house. So job and career are not the same. And it seems like right now, what's going on in your life, something that you can actually hold on to because it's really a daily thing, is your job. We do have the page though, Page of Pentacles. Okay. So it could be that you're working on a career while you are working your day-to-day job. Like maybe you're trying to branch out or something. Once again, I notice how interesting it is how I'm explaining so much today when it comes to tarot and now also astrology. And now it makes me think that maybe that's something you're interested in. Group number 3, could this be? If so, go for it. If you need confirmation, help, or push, or anything, go for it. There is no such thing as an oversaturated market. People like to use that as a way of preventing other people to go for what they want, and also as an excuse. Okay, there can be a million tarot card channels on YouTube, but there's a reason why you feel drawn to the same people over and over again. Okay, there are tarot readers for all kinds of people, okay? And yeah, there's a reason why. I mean, another creator could upload today the same reading with the same theme. I mean, it's a love reading, a very common theme, but there's a reason why you listen to mine and not to theirs. Okay, so no, there's no such thing as an oversaturated market. If tarot, spirituality, astrology, numerology, all the things, okay, there's so many things actually. If this interests you, go for it, because I feel like there's something going on here. So right now in your present, now let's talk about this feeling that I had, because as I said, I recorded group number 1 and 2, and then I stopped and did not record group number 3, and I felt nothing. I felt nothing. And during the time I was actually sick, I was thinking every now and then, okay, maybe I can record now, even if I have to, I don't know, wipe my nose. It's okay. Maybe I could just stop and cut everything together or whatnot. But I didn't, because I remember vividly how one day I was sitting here. Now, if you look at the camera, you can see it. The screen, you can see it. If you don't look, then you cannot see it, but it's fine either way. I remember one day leaning back like this. Now I'm far away from the microphone, by the way. But anyway, I was leaning back like that, really slouching. And I was just, okay, trying to get a message. Whew, now we suddenly got a message. Now suddenly a card flipped. I was like, I felt nothing, honestly. And once again, guys, I feel very connected to your group. So if you feel like I'm mocking you, I don't. And if I did, I would mock myself. I'm saying things this way because I feel exactly what you feel, not because I read your energy, but because I'm there. Okay, I really left the past behind. It is over and done, but it doesn't mean that we forgot everything. Right, group number 3? Did you forget everything? No. It is difficult. It is difficult to get out of your zone. Feeling nothing can also be a positive thing in the beginning, or even, I don't know, in the middle part for a very long time, because it means that nothing happens that hurts you, which is giving you a sense of safety and security. And I had to do this for myself, giving myself a sense of safety and security by removing myself from my past. And how did I do this? I removed myself from everything and everyone. I live on the other side of the country. Okay. I removed myself from everything and everyone. And by doing so, it really healed me. It really did. But then you are in this zone. And now comes the negative part. Feeling nothing means that nobody's hurting you, but it also means that nobody's hurting you and nobody is making you laugh and making you, I don't know, feel butterflies and whatever. Okay. all those things. And when I say, yeah, nobody's hurting you, but also nobody's hurting you, I don't mean that this is something you should crave. If you don't understand what it means, I have to explain because a lot of dumbos are living on the internet and I cannot let it go. I have to explain this. Sorry, bear with me, group number 3, if you actually know what I mean by that. But what I mean is there is no one else who tickles you in any way, who makes you feel something. Like even the shows that you watch, background noise, even the music, not as exciting as it used to be. Your job, same old, same thing, different day. Okay, the food tastes bland. Like there's nothing. And no, we are not craving hurt just to feel something. It's not like that. It's not depression, nothing. And yes, I also know exactly what that is like. Yeah, I know. I know. Depression, nothing. And this, like nothing is happening. Nothing exciting is happening. It's very different. Okay. Um, yeah, very different. So, because yeah, I've been through that as well. So now, when it comes to your present, right now, it's routinely, as I said, your job, and it also feels like a career thing. And now I want to look that up by which card should we take? Wait a second, give me a moment, guys, so I can get a feeling of which tarot cards would be good for this question. I don't feel particularly drawn to any cards. No. Do you like drawing or anything artistic? Because that's what I thought when I looked at these cards. Maybe we should just check them out. It's the tarot. Oh, it's in English, it's a different name. It's a tarot of myths and fairy tales, but in English it's a bit different. The name is a little bit different. Anyway, I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards now and see what comes out. So when it comes to group number 3's career, so we received some confirmation. This is why we are doing this, in case you're wondering, what kind of love reading is this, Lola? When it comes to group number 3's career, what are they working on? Okay. Okay, a bunch of stuff is going on. This is the thing. Your group is so interesting, group number 3. A bunch of stuff is going on. Yeah, the ace. Of course, it's the Ace of Cups. Of course, it's the Ace of Cups. Like I knew it. And you have the Hanged Man. You have the Hanged Man. I mean, it's like I couldn't have chosen any better. So here's the thing. What does this actually mean? Ace of Cups. The aces always talk about opportunities and chances. You're looking for a way to, like, quite literally fill your cup. Oh, no, 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 no. No, wait, my computer wants to start again. No, no, no. If this happens, it's part of the reading. Like, I guarantee you. By the way, it's 17:17 on the clock right now. Do you notice how I start speaking faster? I start speaking faster because when it comes to your career, when it comes to your work, you're like, go, 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 go. But this is the part that's not positive. Go, go, go is positive. The not positive part is you like a kid in a candy store. I want this and this and this and this and this. This is what's going on right now. This is why I'm suddenly speaking so fast. Anyone who's new on my channel is like, what the fuck is she talking about? If you listen to a few readings of mine, though, then you know this. I am so tapped in your energy that when you are faster, I'm suddenly faster. This whole time I was talking very and now it's like okay. And here's the thing. So we have the Ace of Cups. You're looking for ways to fill your cup. And you're looking for a bunch of ways. Like you want to do this and this and that. You're looking up things on YouTube, on Instagram, and wherever else. Ways you can do like this side hustle and that side hustle, and so many side hustles. There are no sides anymore. Okay. But the not good part, I mean, it's cool, like find ways to do something, like even if it's just a hobby that can be turned into a marketable skill one day. All of that, fine, go for it, have fun, do something, really do something. But the negative part is it's so much that instead of doing something, you're stuck and you're not doing anything. And that is the problem, group number 3. Okay, I almost said group number 2, but no, I don't think that's connected. Maybe it is, whatever. But the problem is you're not doing anything because you want to do so much. You have to get into a clear headspace. And I'm going to explain to you now how to do this. And it's the following. No, I'm not going to tell you to sit down and, I don't know, breathe and count 5 things you can see and so on and so forth. It's not that. Be completely honest with yourself, group number 3, and look around your room, the room you're currently in. If you just have one room because you're living with your parents or you're living, I don't know, on campus or you are in a shared apartment, something like that, it's just that one room. But if you have your own home, it's your whole apartment, your whole house. Be honest with yourself. Even if it is actually tidy, how many things are you hiding in your closet, in your drawers, that you haven't used in months, if not even years? Clothes you maybe even never wore because you wanted to keep them for something. Okay. There's so many things at your home that are wearing you down. And instead of taking care of that, you want to, instead of putting that inner energy in you, and I don't mean literally in you as in your body, I mean in your home, your literal home, your actual home. Okay, instead of putting your energy in here because you're in that place, that's what I'm using that word in, you want to put it out. You want to do and create and put stuff out. That's why you're looking for outside sources to find a way to make money. Believe me, group number 3, when I tell you that if you change your room, house, apartment situation, I don't mean you have to move out if you want to do it, but I don't mean that. If you clean up, if you tidy everything, if you get rid of stuff that you honestly, like, be honest, seriously don't need, get rid of the stuff that you don't need. Get rid of all the clutter. Get rid of all the trash. There is a bunch of trash stacked in a bunch of paper. I know it. I know it, group number 3. You cannot fool me. Look that up. Once you do that, you will find out what the cause of your anxiety is. Yes, it's anxiety. Now we got to the point. And the word came out of me. I didn't actually thought of saying that. It came out of me because I'm channeling right now. This is not Lola telling you this. This is your spirit guides telling you this. Wait a second, I'm trying to tone down because I was about to be angry. And that is no, oh my God. Group number 3, no, it's not your spirit guides, it's you. Group number 3, I'm channeling your higher self. No, false. I'm channeling your shadow self. This is so interesting. This never happened. No, this in years. No, I'm not new on YouTube, but for years I have been doing readings. Okay, for years I have been doing private readings. By the way, if you're interested, what a strange moment to tell you this. But if you're interested, you can book me on Etsy or send me an email. For years, this never happened that I said, I'm not talking, it's your spirit guides talking. This happens oftentimes. But then I realized, no, it's your higher self. No, it's not your higher self, it's your shadow self. It is your shadow self telling you to do this. There is anxiety in your mind, on your mind, and you think you can solve that problem by finding ways to make more money when that is actually not true. The way to solve your problem is to tidy out everything. Get rid of the clutter, get rid of the trash, get rid of all the stuff that you have, I don't know, 2 or 3 pieces of when you don't even use one. You don't even use one and you have 2 or 3 of the same thing. And if you're thinking, why is she getting angry now? She doesn't even know. It's not me talking, it's your shadow self talking. And once you like really after you did that, get rid of all the BS. After that, you're going to organize, and you're going to organize all the documents and papers that you have stacked. Oh, sorry, the microphone that you have stacked somewhere. You maybe even multiple places in your home. The anxiety doesn't come from something that's in the future, like as in if I make money now, I know if I find a way to make money in the future, I will have more money and blah, blah, blah. It's not something that you solve in the future. Your anxiety comes from you thinking that maybe you missed something. If you check all the documents that are laying around somewhere, even if nothing is going on, and no, I'm not telling you, oh my gosh, you have to get that letter back because there's an important message that you missed. No, I'm not saying that. It is your mind. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Okay? Something is not right. You have to find all the documents that you put somewhere instead of organizing them. Read through them. It calms your mind in order to calm your mind, because then you know everything is in order. Actually, everything is in order. Okay. And then if there's something you have to do, because I suddenly thought of the word tax. If you have to do your taxes soon, I don't know about your country, when you have to do this in your country, it's different in every country. But if there's something like tax or maybe something else, some other documents you have to fill, and you have to, maybe you're applying for something, and maybe you need multiple documents for that. Maybe you need certificates for that. Maybe I'm suddenly thinking of art school. And you know how you need a portfolio for art school? I said it when I looked at, I told you when I looked at the cards, like the box for these tarot cards. Are you into arts? So this is definitely a message for someone listening right now. Your art, your drawings, your whatever, your projects are all over the place. And this is what gives you actually anxiety, because you're not organizing them. So if it has something to do with tax or any other documents, even if you actually don't have to do this like today or tomorrow, maybe it's in the 3-4 months from now, you know, a part of you knows deep down that everything is everywhere, all over the place. And this is something that bothers you extremely. And you're not admitting that to yourself, how important it is to organize that, even if you need it in, I don't know, in August. And now it's March, but it will calm your mind. Okay. You have to get rid of, I'm saying it again, I don't care, group number 3, I don't care. You can click off this reading if you don't want to hear it. You have to get rid of the trash. You have to get rid of things like clothes that you're really not wearing. Like, be honest, finally. You're not wearing that stuff. You have to get rid of the book that you bought 10 years ago. And you're like, I cannot throw away a book. Then don't throw it away. Give it away. Okay? You have to get rid of that stuff. It wears you down. All of those things are wearing you down. And I'm saying it once again, even if your room or apartment is tidy, it's in the closet, okay? In the closet, in the drawer, underneath your bed. That's where you pushed all that stuff, so you don't have to see it. So you don't have to be honest with yourself that there's a lot of stuff in your home that you actually don't need. Okay. And this is the thing with the Page of Pentacles. Now I finally get it. You want to be the Page of Pentacles. You want to start a new endeavor when it comes to money making. You don't need that. What you need is a clean space. Once you cleaned your space, there's more to this. We're not done. All of this is spiritual, by the way. I'm not kidding you. These are messages. These are messages from your shadow self. It's not from me. So if you're pissed, if you're triggered or something, it's your shadow self that you are mad at. It's actually not me. Okay, once you cleaned all of that stuff, well, once you tidied up, organized, and so on and so forth, then comes the cleaning part. It's actually not the same, it's different, but I highly recommend, if it's possible, like, don't rip your walls or something, but if it's possible, move your furniture around. Put your bed somewhere else. Put your, I don't know, your desk somewhere else if it's possible, because it is spiritual, trust me. These objects, and these are heavy objects, okay? You don't carry your closet around with you. You don't do that. You put it in a place in your room, and usually it stays there, sometimes even for years. And this is the thing, these heavy objects around us also contain energy. Everything is energy, everything. It's not just people, it's not just the weather or something. It's also the objects in our home. You are always moving your phone around, because when you move, your phone moves. You're always moving your pencils around, because when you write, I don't know, you put them in your pocket, you put them on your desk, wherever. You don't move your closet around, meaning that the energy you put in there stays there. And in order to shake things up a little bit, so your life is not so mundane anymore, we want to get rid of that boring. You have to move your furniture around. I did this so many times in my life, and you know why? It's not a joke. It's because I'm a Virgo sun, but I'm a Gemini rising. Why am I saying but? What does one thing have to do with the other? Virgo is an earth sign, meaning I need roots. See how I like green? My shirt is green, even my nail polish is green. Okay, by the way, in group number 1 and 2, did I say this already? No, I didn't. In group number 1 and 2, my nail polish is red. So you can see I'm really recording this at another time. My Virgo self needs roots, okay? I need safety. I need things to be the same and in order. But my Gemini self, Gemini, that's an air sign. They need change, okay? They need newness. Okay, they need novelty. And am I going to move into a new apartment every month now? No. I mean, my Virgo self would, I don't know, faint every single time. I cannot do this. But what I can do is give myself some change by moving around my furniture. And every time I do, and this is why I'm telling you to do this. This is why I'm telling you that you don't need an outside source for your for your page of pentacle thing. What you need is a shakeup of energy, okay? Because when you do that, once you finish all the tidying, the cleaning, the organizing, the getting rid of the trash, getting rid of the clutter, you're going to move your furniture around and it's going to shake up the energy. Every time I do this, I suddenly have so many new ideas. I really feel like, yeah, let's go. I want to do this and I want to do that. Let's do that. Okay. And then after a few months, I notice how the energy settles down. Like I can really feel it. And that's when I know, okay, the energy is back in all of those areas, because my closet has been there for a while, my bed has been there for a while, and so on and so forth. The energy settled, you know? Which is not a negative thing. It's also a good thing, because it makes it a safe zone. But it also leads to the boringness, to the mundane. So this is what you need to do, okay? So, and once you did that, I'm telling you, and come back to this reading, come to the comment section and tell me if it worked or if it didn't work. I'm open to this. Let's talk about it. If it didn't work, fine. If it works, perfectly fine. Okay. I want you to come back to this reading and tell me what the, let's say, consequences were. Consequence sounds so negative. No, what the outcome, let's say this way, what the outcome was, because there are two things I'm feeling for you strongly. Once again, it's not a random YouTube video of a lifestyle lifestyle video where someone tells you what to do with your life. This is still a reading. This is your shadow self talking to you, okay? And this is why I'm telling you, I can feel this, like the message, I can actually see it in my mind. This is so funny. I see you sitting on the ground and having something in your hand, like a paper. It's probably paper. I talked so much about documents before. You have a paper in your hand and you suddenly like, oh, yes. This is the energy that I'm receiving, because during this process of getting rid of old stuff, organizing stuff, tidying up, and so on and so forth, you will find things that remind you of things you maybe you wanted to do before, or they give you motivation to do something, or they give you an idea, even if it's something that you never thought of before, but now suddenly you have this thing in your hand and you have this thing in your hand and you're like, oh my God, yes, why not? I should do this. I should go for it. Okay. So while you do all of this, during the process, you're going to find ideas. You don't need to scroll on YouTube and Instagram to find ideas. You actually don't. And then you're going to find them like in your room. In your room. That's one thing that I see. Another thing that I see is that after you do all of this, you're going to feel so relieved that it's like a vase. The vase is finally open and clean. The water is out, the old flowers are out. It's, you can open the vase. Like imagine it has a, it has a thing. It has a, you know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. And so like a bottle, like a cap, yeah. And you open it, and now finally ideas can come in. And now, even if it's from YouTube, Instagram, wherever, now it's perfectly fine to do that because you have the space, the energy, the mental clarity to do so. And notice how I start smiling. And it's not my nice, polite smile that I usually have. I have a resting smile face. It's me becoming happy. As I'm talking, I'm getting happier and happier because I can feel the energy of you doing exactly that. Like it's like you are standing in your room and you're like, this is what it feels like. And you're so happy about it. You're relieved. You're actually relieved. And now you are open to do new things. Okay. Open to new ideas or open to whatever the hell you want to do. Okay. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. This is exactly the energy that I'm feeling. And now, no, wait, before I do this, because I wanted to move on to your future. Because and now one more thing I have to say is you also have to check your email account. And no, this is not me plugging a newsletter or something. I'm telling you, you have to check your email account because tidying up a room is one thing, but tidying up your email account, guys, I know, because I'm the same. There must be a lot of emails, maybe you never opened them, or you were like, which is a huge problem, and it's a trauma response, by the way. It goes hand in hand with everything that happened in your past. There are a lot of emails that you never deleted, but they are actually from years ago if you're honest with yourself. Let it go. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Let it go. Choose a year. I don't know. Is it 2016, 17, 18? Do you really need that stuff in 2024? If so, okay, I don't want to tell you anything bad. Look through the emails, it's fine. But then one click, you click on everything, delete. Okay, then you move on to the next year, 2019, 2020, and so on and so forth. The closer you get to 2024, the more important the emails become. So then don't be so lax with deleting. Okay, actually look through the emails, make sure that you really don't need them. Save the documents that have been sent to you. Okay, save them, you need them. Delete all the other stuff, the random stuff. Okay, unsubscribe from newsletters. You don't need that stuff. Okay, and what else? If it's a newsletter where you actually learn something from, keep those. But when it's just, I don't know, clothing stores, if you feel like shopping, you're going to click on that online store anyway. You don't need a newsletter for it. Okay, that's the thing. Then also the documents on your computer, also the files on your phone. Now, so many things are coming up as I'm talking. I can see everything in my mind. Like your shadow self is also kicking my behind, telling me to do this, and that. Okay, so I mean, you know what's up. Like you understand it now. But it was important for me to say it. A lot of people don't think of that. When it's about cleaning your room, they think it's just the room. It's not just the room. It's also your handbag. Everything that's inside your handbag. Did you think of that? You probably didn't. The pockets in your coat, your winter coat, stuff like that. And as I said, documents, files on your computer, your laptop, your phone, your camera, all the stuff you took pictures of and you don't even need them. And all the emails that you saved and so on and so forth, delete it. Yes, it is a huge process. And so what, group number 3? And like life is so boring and mundane and same old, same old. Why not do something? Like this is something that you can do. I know you want something else. I know you want the adventure. The adventure comes after that. It does. It comes after that. You cannot have that stuff right now because energetically, yes, even the emails digitally saved somewhere in the virtual world are wearing you down. Energetically, it's wearing you down. It makes you feel heavier. Okay. By the way, me saying heavier, this is so interesting. This is actually a psychological thing. A lot of doctors who actually know their stuff, okay, sorry to say that way, but it is true. Doctors learn from textbooks. Many people just learn, memorize, and then they blur that out when we ask them for something. But there are doctors who really know their stuff. And I remember a doctor, he did like not my personal doctor, it was on YouTube something. And he did this lecture and he said to people who are severely overweight, like I'm not talking about 5 kilograms. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more, way more than that. Okay, it cannot be, it doesn't, I don't mean way more than that as in 100. It can also be like 20, like 20 kilograms overweight. You know, that the 20 kilograms that you know are unhealthy for you. Okay, don't get this wrong. If you are prone for EDs or something, don't get this wrong. I mean the 20 kilograms that are actually unhealthy for you. That's what I'm saying. He tells those people instead of having a diet, as in removing things from your body or not adding things to your body, actually go clean your bookshelf. Clean your shelf, clean your cupboard, clean your closet, clean your room. Okay? Because if you have extra weight, like literally extra weight that you're carrying with you, you have that extra weight in your room, you have that extra weight on your computer, in the files, in your email account, you have that extra weight in your mind. How do you get rid of this? Step by step. If you want to do everything at once, it doesn't work. It collapses on you. Imagine how much weight that is. Imagine that stacked in stones and those falling on you like domino, I don't know, those things, okay, stacked on top of each other and then collapsing on you. Imagine how much that hurts, how difficult it is to get up. That's why these things don't work when you want to do everything at once. The order is important. If you start with the mind, no, it's not gonna work. If you start with the body, like physically trying to lose weight, it's not gonna work. You have to start with your surroundings. It is true. It's true. You have to clean your room. You have to clean your room. Then you clean all the digital stuff. Then your mind is clear enough to tell you, okay, physically, do I have to actually do something? Am I truly overweight? Is it unhealthy? What do I have to do? And so on and so forth. This is what your shadow self wants you to do now. Oh my God. Right now, as I said, shadow self, I suddenly heard higher. I suddenly heard higher, and it's like a being from another dimension is looking down. It's like they are standing on a balcony. Before they were not here. Now your higher self is here, group number 3. They're looking, if you're still watching, I've been talking for so much now, but this is so important, guys. It's like a being from another dimension, but it's like a balcony, and now they're looking down. And as I said, shadow self, they were like higher. I'm not kidding you. It's so funny the things I have on my mind sometimes. Now it's your higher self talking. And this is so, oh my God, this is spiritually so insightful. It is so interesting. I'm not calling myself insightful. Like, I mean, how funny is that? Like, look at me, I'm so cool. I'm so wise. I'm so insightful. No, that's not what I mean. This concept is so interesting. Keep this in mind, group number 3. We both of us, you and me, we learned something so important today. The shadow self showed up in the beginning. Why? Because all of these things holding you back and holding you down are your shadow. That's the negative part. I also see the shadow self as the past self. Your past is telling you, a girl or guy or whatever, like friend, if you want to move on, you have to let me go completely. Not just the old backstabbing friends and that dusty that didn't give you what you want, like in a romantic relationship, because it's still a love reading, if even if you're not talking about love so much. It's not just that, it's also your old clothes. It's also all the pens that don't even have color in them anymore. Take out all the pens on a paper and see if they still work or not. See what I'm saying, group number three? It's all these little tiny things. That's what I said. That's why I said before, if your room is tidy, it means the stuff is hiding. It's hiding, it's hidden. Okay, maybe if you're honest to yourself, you were even hiding that from yourself. So you can trick yourself into thinking, oh no, my room is perfectly fine. Yeah, but look into those closets. See how many old shirts that you honestly, truly will never wear again find. Okay, so first it was your shadow self, because the shadow is also your past. It's like the negative side, but the negative side that we want to learn from. It's not to be afraid of, it's to learn from that side. Okay, because they experienced it, as in you experienced it. Your higher self, this is something that a lot of people actually don't know. Higher self, that's not something else. It's not you chilling in another dimension. In a way, yes, but it's also another thing. It's actually your future self. And I think it's important to know this, because it gives us, it is so empowering. It's so empowering to know that that higher self that we always talk in such a positive way of is actually you in the future. It's like your future self looking back. Like imagine you're running, okay? You're jogging. You are in the middle. There are three people. You're in the middle. One is in the front, one is in the back. The one in the back is your shadow self. Okay? If you look behind, you see everything you overcame. And if you look at the front and you're like, oh, I want to be there. I want to be that fast. I want to run like it looks so easy. You know, talented people make things look so easy. That's why other people are like, oh, it's so easy. I could do that. No, you can't. This is why they are professionals, because they make it look easy, but it's actually not easy. And you're like, I want to be like that. And you're going to be, because your higher self is your future self, the one on the track that's running in front of you. You are going to catch up with that person, because it is you. It's you in the future. And your higher self now showed up. I'm still thinking of that image in my mind that popped up in my mind. It's so funny. By the way, the balcony was golden and the higher self was wearing something white shimmery. Yeah, sometimes I say that because I find it interesting how these images pop up in my mind. By the way, they have very short hair. It reminds me of me as a child when I had short hair like a boy. Yeah, in kindergarten, the boys called me boy because I had short hair like them. Children, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, the higher self is looking down the balcony, is like higher. The moment I said shadow, they were like, no, no, Lola, higher self. Because now it's the higher self. Like, isn't this like the coolest thing in the world? Once I talked about all the steps to take to get rid of the heavy energy that is holding you down. And then when I said, now your shadow self, no, it's the higher self. Now your higher self is coming in and telling you all the good stuff that you want is coming. It's coming. You don't have to chase it. It's no chasing. There's no chasing going on. Do you want a dog? Because I suddenly had an image of a dog in my mind. Maybe because I gave myself the cue with the word chasing. But it could also mean that you actually want a dog, but you always say, when I have a bigger apartment. Now, after all the cleaning and moving around the furniture, you notice how big your apartment actually is. You can have a dog. Yeah, isn't it so cool, group number three? I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy, honestly. It is your energy that I'm reading. I'm telling you once again, so you understand that you didn't click on a lifestyle YouTube channel telling you how to reorganize your life in 30 days or something like that. It is your tarot reading that is telling you this, that is giving you this information. Yeah, okay. So what I wanted to say is, yeah, I really feel this energy of light. It is, I don't mean light as in like turning on the light. I mean light energy as in not heavy. Once you clean everything. And when you move around your furniture, it oftentimes releases stuck money energy. Okay, when you are stuck financially, like you're fine, you're probably fine, like you have the money to pay your bills and stuff, but you actually want to go to the next level, but you feel like you are stuck. And I swear to you, I'm not kidding you, it's a spiritual thing. Those energies are stuck in these heavy objects, as in a bed, as in a closet. Move that around. And by the way, I give you another tip. It's actually a witchy tip now. So we're really covering everything today in your reading. Group number 3. Group number 1 and 2 don't even know how cool this reading is. You can tell them in the comments though. So once you did everything, and I really want you to do this in the end because it's like the cherry on top. Honestly, I'm telling you, it is important to follow an order, to have a structure. That's why I said before, don't start with clearing the heaviness out of your mind or your body. You have to start with your room, with your surroundings. First, in your room, then digitally. Then your mind is clear enough to tell you if you actually need to do something with your body or not, okay? Because maybe you're telling yourself that you need to lose 5 kilograms when in reality, it's just a way to distract yourself from actual things going on. That it is a scary thing. You're really stepping out of your comfort zone. How? By cleaning your room. Because you know, deep down, you know, group number 3, that it is going to change something. It's going to change the energy in a way where you cannot do anything other but to step out of your current life, of the current situation, but to raise your vibration. And you know that when you raise your vibration, new things are going to come, new people, new experiences, new insights, new, I don't know, interesting books, shows, movies, new music, all of that. People always think it's just new experiences. No, like new people. No, no, no. It's also finding that new song. You were not on that level to understand how great that one song was. But when you raise that level, a song can come to you. It can show up suddenly on the radio. And other people will be like, girl, this song has been playing on the radio for the last 7 years. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I never heard this song before. It really speaks to me on another level. So many people don't know what it means, raising your vibration. It's actually really cool. But as cool as it is, as scary it also is. Because why is it scary for you, group number 3? Because this mundane, this boringness, this same old has been going on for so freaking long, so long, that any newness is like a shock to your system. It is. This makes me think, it doesn't make me think, actually the words came up in my mind because we are still doing this reading. I'm still tapped in your energy. The words April and May. And it makes sense because we have an eclipse in April, the most important one actually. And in May, Jupiter is going to move into the sign of Gemini. I did an astrology reading for all rising signs on this. Check it out on my channel, but I will do another reading. I'm not announcing any readings anymore. Suddenly I'm going to be sick again and I cannot do them. So no, I'm not announcing anything, but it's actually planned to do eclipse readings because I find it's very important and interesting. The eclipse is important for you. The upcoming eclipse, something important will change in your life in April and May. And if it's just as in, like in quotes, just the energy, that will lead to so much newness, so many new, cool, fantastic, wonderful, amazing things like you cannot even imagine, gradually, step by step. Because if everything comes all of a sudden, it's like the same thing I said before as when I said, oh, imagine all the heaviness you're carrying with you stacked on top of each other and stones, and then imagine all of that collapsing on you. If you change that heaviness, those heaviness stones, into positive stones, like all the blessings that are waiting to come to your life, and you stack those on top of each other and they collapse on you, it's the same kind of shock, it's the same hurt. Believe it or not, I know that you're thinking that you had to experience all these negative things in the past and that your present is boring as hell. Sorry to say that. And now you're thinking like, actually, excuse me, universe, but actually, isn't it time for karma to be paid out? And I don't mean karma as it's said in the mainstream, because people always use karma in a negative way. No, you paid in so much, like you did so many good things, so many positive things. It's time to finally receive. But the universe knows, God knows, the angel know, your higher self knows. They all know. The higher self is screaming from the balcony. They know that if they throw everything on you, all the blessings, it's the same as the heavy stones stacked on top of each other, collapsing on you. It is the same pain. You wouldn't think that all those positive things would be pain, right? You wouldn't think so. But it is a shock to your system. It's a shock to your nervous system because your body, your mind, your soul doesn't know that. They haven't experienced this before, unfortunately. I'm sorry that your life was like that, group number 3. But see all the things that I told you in this reading. It is changing. It's changing now. Okay, the good things are coming now. April and May are very significant for you. Anything else I want to say about your present life? I mean, I think it's enough. I said so many things. We have to talk about your future a little bit. I know this was like the longest reading of all times, but we have to talk about your future because that it was actually the most exciting tarot card, and it's card of the Fool. Now, why did I say in the beginning that this is so positive? Because the Fool is a lot of lightheartedness. Like imagine someone, like look at the Fool. Look at the Fool. They are standing on a cliff with a flower in their hands, and they have like this, should I say, like a wand. I don't mean wand as in the tarot wand, but they have the thing with the bag in the back. Like imagine like a backpack, like a yeah, you know what I mean, like a suitcase. I know that it's not a suitcase, but imagine I'm talking about a suitcase. So this Fool is walking around walking in the forest, like, or in the park, like dum 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 dum, like really like nothing difficult going on in their minds, nothing. Their world is clear, everything is perfectly in order, nothing that makes them anxious. Group number 3, can you imagine that feeling as someone who's never experienced that in their entire life, someone who always thought, oh no, there must be something must be off simply because things are going too well, something must be off. Not the Fool. The Fool is so happy, and there's actually a saying in my language. I cannot, if I translate it, you're not gonna believe. There's a saying in my language. I try to translate. It means they are so happy and so lighthearted and so optimistic that even the sun is shining out of their behind, out of their ass. Okay, that's what it means. That's what it means to be the Fool in this context, of course. Okay, so they have a rose in their hand, or a flower in their hand. You know why people like flowers in their home? Maybe you like flowers in your home. You never knew actually why. Flowers have this energy of young and fresh and nature and being in tune with the world. This is why we are so happy when we see flowers. Okay, there's also a spiritual thing behind that. And they have, as I said, this bag, which I said, imagine a suitcase. Okay, they also have this bag they're carrying with them. Why? Because they're starting a new journey. And look how teeny tiny. I never noticed this before. This is, your reading is so fun, group number 3. I'm so happy right now. See how tiny the bag is they are carrying with them. They don't take all the stuff with them. Not all those pens and shirts and books they bought 8 years ago. They don't do this. Group number 3, I know that a lot of things I said were probably triggering, and I don't use the word triggering lightly. I don't like how people throw it around in every single context. But I understand if you say the things that I said were triggering. Believe me when I tell you, it is yourself speaking to you, your shadow and your higher self, telling you that you don't need all of those things. The reason why we hold on to those things is actually anxiety. It is true. Okay? You don't need that stuff. Pack your bag, not heavy, but lightly. It's a very bad grammar, sorry, I know. You don't need those things. See how excited this Fool is to step into a new path, a new area of their life, and see how the sun is in the bag shining on them. The sun is shining on them. The sun is shining on you, group number 3. Okay, once you did all of this I told you to do now in your present, once you did that, a big change will happen in April and May. Okay, the sun is going to shine on you. You will be so happy like you cannot believe. You cannot believe. We need love cards now. This was so much not a love card. I just picked up the tarot cards and what the world? Oh my God, you are an artist. You are an artist. If it's not literally painting, you are an artist. Why? Okay, first of all, these tarot cards, the Myths Fairy Tale tarot cards, they were on my desk like this. I picked them up, looked at this bunch, and put it on this. And what is it? It's the Ten of Pentacles. Like it cannot be better than that. Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles. Pentacles are the things you have, you receive, all the abundance, intense. Okay. And then I wanted to take it in order to show you the Ten of Pentacles. What is this? Suddenly, it's the Ace of Wands. And the wand is a painting brush. You want to do something artistic, something creative in your future. You actually want to do it right now. That's the honest truth. You want to do it right now, but you're not doing it right now because so much is going on. That was your entire present reading about. Okay, so everything you have to do in order to be able to get to this point of Ace of Wands. Do you really want it, group number 3? If you really want it, take all the steps I talked about in the section of your present reading, which was supposed to be a love reading, but it wasn't. I'm so sorry. I just didn't receive love messages for your present. And that is the message because there is no love going on. Okay. I want to see, dear Spirit, dear God, please give us a love message. Wait, I actually have a few decks right here, but I honestly, I think maybe I choose something else. Just give me 1 second. Okay, what does the future hold for group number 3 regarding their love life? Maybe we take out this. It's called the true emotional. This is one of the, there's a hair. Sorry, this is one of the new oracle cards that I bought. Okay, let's see. So what does the future love life of group number 3 hold for them? What is coming to them? Future love life group number 3. Something, wait. Something is coming soon. No, wait, stop. Take that back. Once you did all the steps, yeah, once you took all the steps that you were supposed to take, you cannot skip that part. You cannot skip it. Spirit is telling you it is impossible for you to skip. If you skip it, it's not going to happen. You are in a state of missing. I miss you, is what it says. You are in a state of missing something, but you cannot move on. Yeah, exactly. You cannot move on until you actually, the good things that want to come into your life. Okay, sorry, I cannot concentrate because I'm channeling at the same time. The good thing that want to come into your life cannot come until the space is not clear, literally and figuratively. Okay, now we look at the Romance Angel Oracle cards. I already want to flip. Finances and career, of course. Yeah, it has to do with your love life, though. It has to do with your love life. Something about you tells you that you need to be better in your career or financially better off before you start a relationship, which is a very masculine way of thinking, actually. It's more masculine than feminine. But I understand if the feminine also thinks that way because of how the divine masculine has been treating the divine feminine over the past, I don't know, century. So it feels like you want to be on a higher level. But I think, no, it's not just that. Oh my God, I have another vision. You want to level up. You want to level up in order to attract a man that's on a higher level, maybe a woman, yeah? So if you're a man watching this, or just, if you're just a person who's interested in women, I see you want to level up. You know how I know this? Because I have an image on my mind. That's why I'm closing my eyes so I don't get distracted. I have an image on my mind of another YouTube video, of another YouTube channel. It's not tarot, but it's a woman talking about high level hobbies, like the hobbies of the old money, the rich people, like horseback riding, something like that, you know? And I know what you're thinking. Anyone can do the horseback riding thing, but not anyone can buy a horse. So, yeah, so we do consider that a higher status, okay? We do consider that a higher status. You want to level up. This is why you want a better career and more money. Okay, here we have the very soon card. This is what I said before with the other card. There was a clock showing on that card. I'm telling you, if you fulfill all the steps, then very soon this person is going to enter your life. And maybe that's what's holding you back from actually doing everything that you want to do or that you need to do, as in cleaning your room, because you know that then this person is going to come into your life and maybe you want them and you want them so bad. You really, really want it. But a part of you is not ready. And why is that part of you not ready? Because they never experienced something like this. It is a soulmate, because the card on the bottom says calling in your soulmate. This is your soulmate, the very soon person. Okay, this romance, this will be your soulmate. This will not be someone you date for fun. Yeah, of course you're going to have fun, but I mean, it's not someone you're going to date for fun, like Sex and the City style. I'm talking about the TV show, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. I swear it happened so many times that people didn't know what I'm talking about. Like, you're thinking you're talking about a timepiece when you talk about that show. By the way, I'm not obsessed with the show. I hardly ever watched it, but yeah, but that's what came up in my mind the moment I said dating for fun. It's not about dating someone for a few weeks, okay, going to the bars. It's actually your soulmate. So it will be intense, but good intense, fun intense. You know what I mean? So they're going to stay, and part of you or all of you never experienced something like this, and that's what makes it scary. And maybe this is why you are holding off, why you keep yourself from doing things like cleaning your room and stuff, because you know then your space will be empty. And yeah, okay. Your space will be not empty. I mean, it will be emptied out from the trash. You're going to get rid of the anxiety that you created yourself in your mind because you refuse to look at documents and stuff that you just put away somewhere in your room. Once you clear out all of these things, you know that there's nothing holding you back anymore, that energetically there's nothing that the universe can hold, uh, that cannot make you hold back from what the universe wants to give you. You know that then there will be space for someone to enter your life, or maybe even multiple people entering your life, as in good friends, like your soul family. Okay, and that's scary. It is scary, I understand. You have to stretch yourself. You have to stretch in order to get to that next level. It's difficult. This is the reason why we have stretch marks when we grow or when we gain weight. Okay, that it has an effect on our body. But the question is, you have to ask yourself that: do you want your life to be the way it is right now forever and ever, or do you want your life to be as it was in the past? Because it's easy to go back. It's the easiest thing in the world. Okay, I moved to the other side of the country. I can also move back. I moved to the other side of the country in order to get rid of that past. And I did. I did it successfully. Okay, it wasn't just location wise. I also healed inside and out from those things that happened in the past. I can easily go back. It's so easy. The people from my past, just a phone call away. It's not even a phone call, it's a text. And they know that they read my message, and I know that they would answer immediately. I know. I left all of them behind for very good reason. For very good reason. It's easy to go back. It's also both easy and difficult, believe it or not, to stay where you are right now. Why is it easy? Because it's a routine. There's nothing shocking happening to you. It's, as I said, like a billion times in your reading, same old, every single day. You know what's coming. So that's not difficult. But the difficult part is that it is wearing you down because you know that your heart desires more. It desires different newness, okay? Something fun, something exciting. Laughing with your friends to the point where your stomach hurts. Having fun, okay? Being happy when you come home and lay in your bed. Not being exhausted from your day-to-day same routine, which can be exhausting at some point, but being exhausted because you had so much fun. And laying your head on your pillow with a smile on your face. It's a very different feeling. And you know deep down that you could have all of this. So if you stay in your present moment, your mind is going to bring you down because you know what could be on the other side. It is so difficult to stretch yourself. But guys, it is both easy and difficult to go back to your past because you know what it's like. That's the easy part. No, nothing shocking will happen, but it will hurt. You know what you left behind, and you left it behind for good reason. It hurts. So it will also be difficult. The same thing with your present. When it comes to your future, it will hurt. I'm not even using the word easy. It will hurt. It will be difficult to stretch yourself in order to get to the next level. Okay, you really have to stretch yourself to get to that next level. But once you are there, your future holds something that your past could never give you. Never. Something that your present can never give you. It can't, just can't. But your future can. Your future can give you all that lightheartedness, all the fun, all that romantic love, okay? All of that being goofy, all of those being cute to the point where it's annoying to other people when you are like that cute, when you do all that cute stuff with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whoever, okay, when you call each other pet names and other people are like, oh, and but it doesn't matter to you because you are so happy with that person. All the money that you want, oh babe, and it's so much. All the things you want to buy, even if you actually don't want to buy stuff, but just the feeling of knowing I can walk into that Gucci store and buy those things if I want to, but I don't want to. And that's even cooler. That's the coolest. Yeah, the coolest you can be. All the things like not going out on the weekend as in going to a bar, but like spontaneously saying, hey, let's drive to that city over the weekend. Let's do a short trip. Let's go. Let's have some fun. All of those things are on the other side. And as I'm saying this, April, May are coming up in my mind again. April and May are coming very soon, very soon. So if April comes and May comes and then it's June, and all of those things that I said right now are not coming. It doesn't, it's not like that. I'm saying April, May is going to change something. It's going to, like, if you think of the Wheel of Fortune, and it's not a coincidence that I suddenly say Wheel of Fortune, like, it's still your reading. As I'm saying, I'm channeling. This is not Lola talking, it is Spirit talking through me. And Spirit is saying that the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel, is turning now, and it is turning in your favor. And you're going to feel the impact April, May. Okay? You're going to feel the impact then. So, when I don't know when all of these big things are going to happen. As I said, they have to come step by step. They cannot crash down on you, otherwise it will be too much, but they will come. And by the way, I see I see two. I see a very beautiful woman and I see a very beautiful man. And those people are you and your partner. Even if it's a same-sex relationship, it doesn't matter. Like, the woman is so cute. I cannot believe. Like, if you don't feel like cute right now, the thing is, the energy that you exude, it's going to show on your face. It's going to show. Yeah, I mean, you can tell if someone had a hard day or a not so hard day, okay? If someone is positive or negative. And the woman is so cute and the man is so handsome. I'm telling you. I mean, I could easily say the man is cute, but actually in my mind, the person that I'm seeing is actually a very handsome person. Like, wow. And men, are they in love with each other? Like, wowie. They are so cute together. By the way, I think it's just the image that's showing up in my mind, but maybe it is important for someone to know. The woman, by the way, she has these cheeks, like these very cute cheeks, like high cheekbones, and she has dark brown or black hair. The man has lighter hair, but I'm saying it once again, spirit is putting images in my mind in order for me to deliver a message. So it could just be like my example, okay? Because as I'm saying, while I'm saying this, I just noticed I have dark hair and I actually have those cheekbones. Okay, forget about it. It was personally for me, so I can deliver the message. The man looks however the man looks, and the woman looks however the woman looks, okay? In case you're interested in children, you're going to have a very cute child. I can see the child also. Oh my God. There's a final thing I need to say. It's on the bottom of the Romance Angel cards, but it has been on the bottom for a while. I've been holding this all this time until I finally put it down on the desk. It is truly like the last message. Like, we're done now. We're done. It was so much. The final message is, can you see it? Forgiving and learning. Group number 3, you have to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that was, okay? Whatever happened, happened. Whatever happened, happened. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Just let it go. Imagine like those flowers, the daffodils. Is that what I called? I don't know. You know what I mean. The flowers where you blow and then they go all those places. Imagine, do this in your mind. This is how you cut cord to things. Like imagining like a knife or a scissor or something and cutting the cord. You think it is so fantastical, mystical, and majestic, and whatever. All of these healing works. No, this is what it is. Visualizing. This is what visualizing is. Imagine everything hurtful that happened in your life with that flower in your hand, and then blowing, and all of that going everywhere in the wind. And if you chose to collect all of them, to get the pieces back together and have that flower back, you would never. Why? You let it go. The wind is taking care of it now. It's gone. It's gone. Okay, it's gone. Forgive whatever has happened. Forgive yourself for whatever has happened. You learned from your past. Take those lessons with you, but not the heaviness with you. Clean your room. Sorry to say that again. And then I will meet you on the other side, okay? I also still have to stretch. I'm still in the present, just like you are. I'm not in the future yet. And I don't mean this literally. I mean, literally, of course, we are not in the future, we are in the present. But you understand what I mean regarding this reading. I'm also still in the present. My life is very same old, but I want to be on the other side. You want to be on the other side. I see you on the other side. Thank you so much for listening to this reading today, group number 3. If you like, subscribe to my channel so you're not going to miss any upcoming readings. Leave a comment because this is a way you can support this channel. As you know, it is still fairly new on YouTube. So if you like this reading, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thank you very much, group number 3, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.